Hey guys, Brian here. I just wanted to let you all know that the way that I record this podcast was kind of a mess, and I don't have much time here to explain exactly how, but all I'm letting you guys know about is that this podcast will be in three parts. The first part will be with me and my friends Will and Adam, the second part will be with me and my friend Jack, and the third part will be with me and my friends Adam, who I mentioned a second ago, and my friend Krimes. I hope you all enjoy how this turned out. If you didn't, I'll make sure to fix it for future episodes.
This working?
Yeah, it seems like it is.
All right, good.
Hi.
Hello!
Yo, what's up?
Welcome to the Ticket Booth Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Bevington. Who do we got here?
Yo, we got Will, the movie podcast.
Yes.
And then we got Adam, that one awkward child in the back of the school that watches movies.
Yo, same
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah, that's my life in a nutshell.
Yo,
I'm trying to get Krimes on here. Let's see if... Okay. Never mind. So, what's new for you guys?
I watched Magnolia finally.
Nice. Yeah, it's your new profile picture on your Anchor account here. So yeah, I love it too. That's one of my favorites. Wait, what?
There Will Be Blood is the best movie I've seen in the past month.
That's like my third favorite movie of all time.
It's incredible. I mean,
I know.
It's insane.
I can't tell what's my favorite PTA movie, that or Punch Drunk. Actually, Punch Drunk is my favorite movie of all time. So I guess
I also watched that. Yeah.
Oh, you need to, man.
It's great. It's great. I've watched.
It's on Hulu, so.
Yeah, that's where I watched.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't use Hulu, so I guess that's why I didn't know. So, yeah, I watched some stuff recently. I saw Black Panther, and that's the big thing, so I guess I can talk about that for a bit.
Yeah.
If you guys are okay with me talking about it for a bit.
Yeah, I saw it last night.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, I mean, this is going to be a spoiler-free review when we talk about it. We're going to try to spoil anything, but
yeah,
we can talk about some stuff, but just not spoilers or anything. But so I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was quite the great movie that some people are saying it is.
I 100% agree with you.
I mean, I do think it's a good movie for sure, but I mean, I'm glad that it's now like a big thing that people use for politics.
Yes.
I don't know how to feel about a superhero movie being the movie that they use for that.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad that people are using it to unite themselves, which I think is awesome. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know about a superhero movie being the one to do that because
it's different. It's not what I would expect.
It's a movie about a guy in a catsuit jumping on cars.
Yeah, and when you actually see it, you're like, oh, this isn't really that political. This isn't it's a Marvel movie. That's what it is. It's another Marvel movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying, I'm glad that it is uniting people. So I'm you see that, but I mean, the movie, I mainly judge it as a movie, not necessarily as a political thing. So
yes,
as a movie, I thought it was pretty good. I thought the performances were good for the most part. I thought Andy Serkis was a fun villain.
And
also, I think my Letterboxd review sums it all up when I said a movie about a guy in a panther suit jumping on cars. Yet the most unbelievable thing is that Andy Serkis is actually showing his face with no CGI.
Yep.
True.
That was
it's the first time I've seen him with no CGI on him.
And he's good. He's actually really good. My biggest problem with it mainly regards to its pacing. The first half is just all slow and it's a bunch of stuff you see, and the second half is the fast-paced Marvel movie you're expecting. So and the second half is, in my opinion, a lot better than the first. The first, there's about 20-25 minutes that just drags for me.
Yes,
it's it could have been. I don't want to say it could have been cut out, but I mean they could have sped it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it I don't know how to feel about it being 2 hours and 15 minutes. That just seems a bit too long to me. Most Marvel movies should be 2 hours tops.
Yeah, 2 hours. That's 2 hours.
They're at least they're not like Transformers where they're 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
45. It's the Transformers I could do like a 3-hour rant on. I hate those movies.
I've only seen the 5th one, and I can go on a 3-hour rant about it. But also, I just want to say something real quick. To all the people who say that Blade Runner 2049 bombed because it was too long, just take a look at all the Transformers movies. They make like bank every time they come out, and they're all like 2 hours and 40 minutes. No, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear anything from you people.
Like, no, people who say Blade Runner 2049 bombed because no.
There are people who say that. And those people probably had never watched a movie in their lives, considering how the highest grossing movie of all time is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and the second highest grossing movie of all time is 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
What is with? I mean, well,
Schindler's List is like 3.5 hours.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, a long runtime isn't really the best like marketing strategy.
No, and especially that marketing for that movie wasn't really great.
I mean, it did have like a lot of like advertising, so I guess people knew that it was in theaters. They just didn't see it because one thing, it's a sequel to a movie that wasn't a success when it first came out,
and the plot was never really reviewed.
Yeah, I mean, I love Blade Runner 2049 with all my heart, but I mean, even I can admit that when I went to go see it, there was a couple sitting there and they walked out. So
really.
Yeah, so there were two couples. There was one who walked out during the previews and they came back like 5 minutes in the movie, and there was another couple who stayed there for like most of the movie and then they left.
Huh. I went to the theater and it was the largest theater in the entire place. It was like 300 seats, and there was 2 other people.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that just makes me want to cry.
Mm-hmm. It was so. And I love that movie to the point of like it was my favorite movie of last year. I think that movie's a brilliant masterpiece.
Yeah,
it really it's a stab to the chest when it didn't do well.
Yeah, especially considering how more people saw the Emoji Movie unironically than they saw, or no, like ironically. I mean, more people saw the Emoji Movie ironically than seeing Blade Runner 2049, which honestly is kind of sad.
I'm gonna put a lot of the Emoji Movie marketing on Jack's films.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna
true.
Give him a lot of that credit.
I mean, Jack's Films is probably one of my favorite YouTubers, but I do kind of blame him for the reason why so many people saw it ironically.
I remember seeing the tweet that he posted when he got invited to the premiere.
Oh my god! Okay, that was hilarious.
That was amazing. That's the best thing like Sony did with that movie was invite him to the premiere.
And the letter said, "You are the #1 fan of the Emoji Movie."
He like died.
Oh my god! And actually, I don't know if you noticed this in this video he made, but in that picture of Patrick Stewart and T.J. Miller at the premiere, if you look in the background, you can actually see Jack's films.
Yeah.
Or Jack.
Yeah, that whatever. Was he pointed at. Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you see him in there. I can't believe I never noticed that until I watched that video.
Oh man. That movie.
So, what?
That movie. I've never even seen it, and it's on Netflix now. And Netflix isn't even really marketing it. It's like
don't waste your time.
I have an idea for a new Rabbit stream. I'm planning on rabbiting that movie. Ironically.
Oh yes.
Because if I'm not able to pay money for it, well, I mean technically I'm paying money for Netflix, but I mean like I don't have to give the Emoji Movie money, so I'm watching it ironically with like people on Rabbit. I think
that'd be awesome.
But I mean, I want to Rabbit the Scooby-Doo WrestleMania mystery first.
Yes.
You know about that, right?
Yes, I've seen. I would try. Yep.
The masterpiece.
I remember when it was on like these. Yeah, I remember when that movie.
Dude, I remember the first time I heard about it, I legitimately thought it was a joke. I remember the first time I heard about it, there was this YouTube video. There was this guy with like his camera had like a little bit of like a grainy quality to it. And it's like he was speaking like, oh, there's gonna be this new Scooby-Doo movie with WWE, and I was like young, and even I was like, dude, is this guy like off his meds or something? Turns out a year later,
real.
It's real.
Yep, it's a legit thing. It's a thing people put their time and money in.
You can buy it.
It's real.
It is a movie that you can buy at a Walmart.
I honestly bet that movie probably made more money than Blade Runner 2049.
Oh my god, it probably did. Because when people see that, they're going to buy it ironically.
Yeah, it's like no one actually wants to see it. No one. I'm not even sure 4-year-olds do. Because no one knows.
I don't even know if John Cena will want to see it.
Well, John Cena is also the guy that did the Fred movies. So Don't.
Oh my God, you're right.
Take it with a grain of salt.
I need to rabbit those.
Oh my God, you should. I'd be there day one. So I think we're probably getting a little bit off topic from Black Panther, but so yeah, Black Panther was
It was pretty good.
yeah, it was pretty good. I thought that I'm starting here, but I thought that the action scenes were good in it. I thought the performances were good, especially Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah. I'm like the only. She, I think, is the most underrated part of that movie. I thought she was incredible in that.
I thought you were going to say the most underrated actress, which is also true.
Yeah, but she's like, just in general, she's one of my favorite actresses right now. She's awesome.
She is amazing. I love her, and she deserved that win for 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, 100% she deserved it.
And I'm also glad she's part in. Wait, what?
Still haven't seen it.
Oh my God, you need to.
Yo,
So my favorite Steve McQueen will always be Shame.
Which I still gotta see.
Mm-hmm.
But it has Fassbender's penis in it, so I'll probably like it. Also, one thing about Lupita Nyong'o is, like, she's, like, a big part of Disney. Like, she's in Star Wars, she's in Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and yeah, she was in the live-action Jungle Book, so she's...
she's fully Disney now. Which, I mean, is good for her. That's a big accomplishment.
Well, I mean, especially considering how, like, she is, like, a small actress. She started in 12 Years a Slave, and now she's getting big roles.
Yeah, because she's very talented.
Yeah. Oh, wait, oh man, I think I probably said, like, a wrong comment. I said, like, Disney owns her, and I think that came out wrong. Oh my God, I need to find an address so I can edit that out. So... Well, I mean, what I mainly meant was, like, she is now a part of Disney.
Yeah, she's, like, Disney. Has heavy involvement in the Disney brand.
I mean, but she does a great job every time she's in a Disney movie, so there is that.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the Oscar noms this year.
Oh yeah. I have a lot to say about the Oscar nominations.
Well, Brian and I have a huge thought that Three Billboards will win.
I think Three Billboards. I'm putting my money on Three Billboards will win, which is my pick for I think should win because
it's gonna win.
It's the only thing that even has a slight chance of touching Three Billboards is Shape of Water.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it will.
It right after Black Panther, boys.
Oh, nice.
Wait,
I thought you already saw it.
I'm seeing it again.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, damn, you still haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
My dad saw it and he didn't really like it. But
well,
I'm just gonna wait. And Call Me by Your Name. Still haven't seen that. Those are the only two.
Oh man, it's amazing.
I've all of the theaters. So it comes into the theater and then like a week later it's just out and they're gone.
Oh my God! Why would they do that? Come on, leave it in there.
No, it's
help out.
And I live in the middle of nowhere, so that doesn't help.
Well, I mean, I kind of live in the middle of... I live in, like, a small town in Pennsylvania, and I have to, like, drive to, like, other town, or, like, to, like, other towns around here in order to, like, get to, like, a place that plays indies. So.
Yeah. I went to, actually, most of the indies this year, I went to Boston to go see.
I drove to Pittsburgh to see Fam Thread. Or, I didn't drive, my mom drove for me because I don't have my license yet, but... I went out to Pittsburgh to see Fam Thread.
Mm-hmm. That's a great film. It's a great movie.
I saw in like the small theater, and it's like, and they only played like 4 movies, and it was a very like, interesting theater to be. They had this poster for Call Me by Your Name that had like this long review for it. That's pretty much just like a poster was a review with like the characters' heads on it.
So the theater I went to go see Phantom Thread in, I have like a great story for. You guys remember Chips? Chips?
I do.
And I wanted to go see it ironically, and I'm not 17 and they wouldn't let me in. They wouldn't let us in. So we bought tickets to Power Rangers and then tried to sneak into Chips. 5 minutes into the movie, they kick us out. It's the funniest thing.
No, dude, that was God telling you, dude, don't do this.
Don't do this. You don't need to. And but I had already seen it. I saw the movie 3 weeks early because we went to an early screening in Boston.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Chips. Let's talk about Chips.
Yeah,
why not? Chips. Why not? I watched it ironically, and also because I hate myself.
It's so bad.
It's so awful.
It's also very, in my opinion, I find it kind of odd the fact that they don't want to blur out women. but they do want to blur out men.
Even for them attempting to make a 80s TV series that has been forgotten into a hard R comedy, to cater to the success of 21 Jump Street, even then, it is shockingly horrible.
Awful. It's
like
so bad.
I mean,
here's the thing. Dax Shepard should no longer be allowed to be in Hollywood. He should just be kicked out after that.
Just at least put him in good movies at least. But
something.
It's like
his
even
wife
then
is extremely talented. I mean,
it's like he tries as hard as he can to not be in good movies.
I know. It's kind of impressive, actually.
I don't know.
Considering he wrote and directed that also is insane.
And wrote and produced it.
And yeah.
He's basically Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah. And Chips was pretty much his baby.
Yeah, and like I almost feel bad for him because it was atrocious. It's a garbage movie. It's not funny.
It's like if you like, okay, so here's the thing with Chips for people. If you like drawn out conversation scenes between Dax Shepard and Michael Pena with sexual jokes and dialogue that's not funny, then
watch
it's for you.
Or one like minute long scene that's pretty much
or if you want Vincent D'Onofrio, who is, for one thing, why in the hell? Like Vincent D'Onofrio is like one of those actors where he was great back in his day. Now he's at that age where he just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, he's like the Nick Cage.
I
was surprised Nick Cage wasn't in that.
Yeah, I mean, what was he in recently? Oh, he was in Jurassic World. Who the hell was he in that? I can't remember him.
He was in Magnificent Seven.
Yeah. Oh yeah, wasn't he also in Rings?
Oh God.
Don't get me started.
I haven't even seen Rings. I have no plan to ever see Rings.
Neither have I. And if I want to watch it, ironically, I have to watch 2 movies previously in order to actually understand it. So it's like the worst type of bad movie to watch.
I forgot, like, that movie got delayed so much. Oh, speaking of delayed, the Cloverfield Paradox.
Oh my God! It was about time before we got to that. So I guess we're done talking about Black Panther. So let's talk about the Cloverfield Paradox now.
Oh.
Well, we've all seen it now, so I guess we can go deep into it, but not
the advertising is way better than the movie itself.
The advertising,
but
like,
still, I think it's kind of a dumb move to
release on the same day.
Publish it after the Super Bowl.
The first movie I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm just saying it was the first movie I watched of 2018. What a way to start!
Third.
I was so excited.
So was I.
I was so hyped for it when I saw the trailer,
and then
this is gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like, it's gonna be.
I was skeptical though. I was skeptical because I heard before that they shopped for this movie, and they didn't shop it. Paramount didn't want to release. They didn't want to release it in theaters. They wanted it gone. So they gave it to Netflix. And I saw it before. I saw them like, okay, this could go. This might not be what I was expecting, and it was. It was not. It was not good.
Daniel Bruhl is the most unlikable character in that movie.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't tell you any of their names. Honestly, I can't.
David Oyelowo, who I really like, his accent like breaks legitimately one scene. Like one scene, it's just like, he's talking like David Oyelowo.
Breaks. I remember that scene.
It's on the level of Sam Worthington in Avatar and how bad it was.
Chris O'Dowd's arm ripped.
Oh my God!
How that looked?
I've seen better effects in Asylum movies.
I'm pretty sure.
Even the ending. I won't spoil the ending, but the CGI.
The ending made no sense. Didn't make.
One of the only good things about it was the lead actress, who has a name I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Gugu Mbatha-Raw. Why can't she just have a normal name like Julie Smith or something?
Just like
Smithington.
Yeah. But I mean, she was good in it, and apparently she was in some other stuff before, but I don't remember seeing her in it. So I'm hoping that her at least getting somewhat known for this would probably get her more work.
It was,
I don't know, who knows?
Yeah.
What?
I doubt it.
Yeah,
but Paradox was this year's Life,
which, even then, Life was like such a crappy ripoff of Alien that you expect to be bad. Cloverfield Paradox, you expect to be good
because of 10 Cloverfield Lane and Cloverfield. Cloverfield Lane is awesome, and
I honestly think it's funny that people tried to tie in Life to Venom when it wasn't even a Marvel movie to start off with.
Like, as much as I didn't like Life, and as much as a terrible Alien ripoff as was, it at least felt like something I would expect to see in the theater because of the fact. I mean, well, I know that this wasn't in theaters, but the thing is, it was originally going to be in theaters.
Yeah.
If this cut of the movie was released in theaters, I would have been so pissed.
It wouldn't have made sense. Like, how would this? Wait, hold on. What's its budget?
$45 million.
Are you serious?
I heard it from a podcast I watched with Your Movie Sucks and Ralph the Movie Maker.
Ugh.
And I hate everything. They said the budget was like $45 million. Considering Chris O'Dowd's arm, that is hard to believe.
Yeah, no, first of all, so a lot of movies' budget goes into marketing, right? That movie had like one bit of marketing on the Super Bowl, which is wicked expensive. So that was a lot of money for them to do, obviously. But I mean, they didn't have any other marketing, so they could have put a lot of that budget into the actual filmmaking itself. That angers me of how it just turned out.
Yeah, and I don't know how much there's to say about this point. I mean, it looked like a sci-fi original movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was just pretty much like a sci-fi original movie that somehow got a wide release, or not wide release, but Netflix release.
Yeah.
Or just like a rip-off Alien production company trying to be actually decent.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yep, pretty much.
Well, it wasn't even intended for kids, so that joke doesn't make sense. But still.
You know what that movie makes me nervous for though?
What?
The Irishman.
Well, what about? Oh,
they shopped it. They shopped The Irishman.
They're putting it on Netflix.
Yeah, and they shopped it. Scorsese shopped the movie to a bunch of different studios. And
now I'm
The
worried.
Irishman is my most anticipated movie this year. Scorsese is my favorite director. I mean, I could not be looking forward to that movie anymore.
Despite his thing that happened with Roman Polanski.
Yeah, he defended Roman Polanski.
Yeah, I know. I in filmmaking regards, he's my favorite actor in filmmaking.
Oh yeah,
it's my second favorite movie of all time. So.
What's that?
Goodfellas.
Oh yeah.
His movies are just like always amazing.
I think The Wolf of Wall Street personally is one of his best movies. That's a really unpopular opinion.
How could that be an unpopular opinion?
Because I know a ton of people that do not like it. At least for me, I know a ton of people.
Because it's not good content for their Christian Minecraft servers.
Yes, exactly. The movie is.
They have like a little movie theater, and they have redstone connected to the freaking.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be a good idea.
But The Wolf of Wall Street, I've seen like more than most movies. I've seen The Wolf of Wall Street. It's so rewatchable.
Oh my god. It just flies by for a 3-hour movie.
That's one of those 3-hour movies like we were talking about earlier. That movie did great. Like that movie made money.
Yeah, and it got nominated for Oscars.
Yeah. So people who said Blade Runner 2049 did not do well because of its runtime are naive and stupid.
Do you guys follow Criterion?
You mean like follow them on social media?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
What are you guys' thoughts on their new movies coming out in May? I think.
Who?
Criterion.
Oh, Criterion.
Midnight Cowboy and some other stuff.
I've only heard of one of the movies that they're releasing on there, so I guess maybe that's not a really good sign. But I mean, they're Criterion, so they do that. So, I love Criterion as both a company and in terms of what they do. I love that they pretty much just like are dedicated to making sure that the movies that they release are not lost, and their releases are always amazing. Like my favorite Blu-ray I own is my Punch Drunk Love Criterion. Probably.
My graduate Criterion.
Yeah, boy. That Punch Drunk Love Criterion, like I almost cried tears of joy when I opened it up. It's like that beautiful booklet. Same thing with my Mulholland Drive Criterion.
Yeah. We should talk about our favorite movies so we can like.
Oh yeah.
I guess we can talk about our favorite movies. So, what are you guys' favorite movies of all time?
So,
you guys go first.
Number 5, Trainspotting.
Never seen it. Never.
What?
Yep, never. I have
You
wanted
have
to
to
see that
see it.
movie for so long, and I've never just I don't know why.
Yeah. You want to go next, Will?
Yeah. Let's go. Well, for my list,
we'll go around
my list has always changed, but I'm gonna go with number 5. Is my favorite kind of gritty drama. 8 Mile.
Oh my god, it's a great movie.
You know, I might be a little biased because I absolutely adore Eminem.
Oh my god, so do I.
Like, I bought tickets to Boston Calling in like the first day of the release.
Like, Eminem's more of a great rapper than people even give him credit for. I think his lyrics are amazing, and the stories he even tells with his rap songs are just always great.
Yeah, I mean, he's a master storyteller.
Yeah. And also, it's cool to see Michael Shannon there.
Yeah, and Kim Basinger, I don't know how you pronounce her last name.
Basinger.
Yeah.
And Bernie Murphy, rest in peace. Oh, and Anthony Mackie.
Oh, yeah. I always forget he's in it. Yeah.
All right.
That's one of... yeah. But my favorite movie of all time is Good Will Hunting. Always.
That's one of my favorites, too.
But, Brian...
I guess I say my first favorite, Graduate.
Okay, so, I'm gonna go with my top 5. My top 5, it's loose as hell. I always change it because there's so many movies that I love. Like, I could choose anything for my top 5. I mean, my top 2 are solidified, but the other 3 I could just choose anytime. But this is my top 5 for now.
Yeah.
It could change in the future. Number 5, The Godfather.
Ooh, yeah, that's in.
I know.
That's in my top 10.
I know it's a cliche choice, but God, the movie's so good. I'm such a huge fan of the. I haven't seen 3 yet, but I'm a huge fan of the first 2. Number 4, Whiplash.
Oh,
ooh,
that used to be my favorite.
Not only is an amazing movie, but it's also one of the most rewatchable movies I've seen. Like, I know it's not the type of movie to rewatch all the time, but I can just watch that movie anytime. Anytime. Number 3, There Will Be Blood.
Oh yeah, that's my top. That is 100%.
Oh my god. When I first watched the movie, I felt mesmerized at how good what I was watching was.
Paul Thomas Anderson is massive.
I wanted to pick up a camera and just go shoot after that movie.
Yeah. Paul Thomas Anderson is my favorite. Paul Thomas Anderson is my favorite filmmaker of all time. In case in case the people listening don't know, he is my favorite filmmaker of all time. He is everything I love about filmmaking, and you'll see another one of his films coming up.
Kubrick.
Okay. Number 2 used to be my number 1 for a long time, but it finally changed.
Trainspotting.
Trainspotting.
Which is crazy because I've known you as the
Trainspotting guy.
In love with Trainspotting.
When I first found you, Trainspotting. That's what the guy loved.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still my second favorite. It's just I found a movie that I felt I connected to even more than
Punch Drunk.
Trainspotting. Yeah. Number 1, Punch Drunk Love. Damn, not only is that movie amazing as a movie, but also the way that I connect with it is just. Oh, I mean, it's a complicated way of connecting with it. It's just I relate to Barry and Adam Sandler's character so much that it makes me feel even more for him when I feel so much for him. Like how much I connect with him in the way that, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but that's one of the reasons, and also because it's just a perfect movie. Even besides that, I mean, it's an amazing story. It has beautiful cinematography and a really unique score. Also shows that Adam Sandler can care. He can actually make a good. Well, not make, but I mean, he can be in good movies. But that's usually
obviously his best performance. By far.
I mean, people can debate whether or not it's his best movie, but it's his best performance. Come on. Even people who don't like Punch Drunk Love consider that he was good in it.
Like, comedians trying to do serious movies, I told you this, I wish they would do that more often. Then you told me, Eddie Murphy tried doing it, and it went awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the Meyerowitz. Yeah, Adam Sandler's a good actor.
Yeah.
If he wants to be.
I'm gonna try and get Krimes in there. Okay, so yeah, some Punch Drunk Love is without doubt my favorite Adam Sandler movie, and it came on the year I was born. On the year I was born, so there's that. Yeah, so there's that,
Oh,
and also
I forgot to even say my other two.
Yeah.
3, even though the whole Tarantino stuff went down and that really made me mad. Pulp Fiction.
Oh man, yeah, so amazing. In fact, I think my brother finally watched it. I can't remember what he thought of it. I don't think he told me about it. So yeah,
I haven't seen that movie in ages. I saw it a while ago. I need to rewatch it. Never seen Kill Bill. Never. I haven't.
Oh.
I say watch both of them after the whole Tarantino stuff.
Yeah.
Goes away.
And it may be after the Weinstein stuff. With Good Will Hunting, that made me more.
Actually, today, conveniently enough, I was looking at all the Blu-rays I have in my collection that are movies that are produced by Weinstein.
Mm-hmm.
Like I looked at Silver Linings Playbook, Kill Bill, and I'm like, even movies that weren't by the Weinstein Company had his touch on them, so that makes me even more guilty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a monster.
Yep, I don't know who's the worst out of all the sexual offenders or the sex offenders that were revealed in Hollywood.
I think Weinstein.
Yeah, well, I mean, Weinstein is technically the worst because of what he did. He's just a monster. But the one that probably broke my heart the most because I was such a huge fan of him until I found out that he was a child molester.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah,
and also considering how his most recent movie he got hit by a car in, it makes it satisfying though. Just pretend that's Kevin Spacey and Anthony Rapp is driving the car.
Here's a question. Do you think there's any, I don't know how I feel, any sort of, like, F you to Kevin Spacey and Christopher Plummer being nominated for Best?
9 Lives.
Like,
just bring up 9 Lives to mess with him.
Yeah.
Hey, Spacey, remember 9 Lives? That's your life right now.
Oh my god.
Piece of crap.
Oh my god, I just remembered. I saw this tweet towards Edgar Wright that like made my day. It said like at Edgar Wright, if it weren't for you, 9 Lives would be Kevin Spacey's last movie. Which I don't think is 100% true. I think it was in something in between, but still, it's something funny to say that 9 Lives could have been his last official movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like how Dennis Hopper's last movie was Alpha and Omega.
Oh my god.
No joke.
Rest in peace, Dennis Hopper.
Rest in peace, Frank.
Okay. I know that's a Blue Velvet reference, but
yeah.
I wouldn't say rest in peace to him after his character in Blue Velvet.
I mainly meant just like just calling him Frank.
Wait, Brian, where is Blue Velvet on your list?
Oh, it's somewhere, but I can't remember exactly where because my ranking changes for it, I guess. But it used to be my second favorite movie. I still love it though.
Mm-hmm.
I have a soft spot for David Lynch.
Yeah,
he's one crazy son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't help but love him. Thankfully,
David Lynch was British.
Yeah, but he isn't. Also, Mulholland Drive is also amazing. I have the Criterion for that and the Blu-ray for Blue Velvet, so I'm a David Lynch fanboy.
Oh, back to the Oscars real quick. The movie, I just saw this again, that got, in my opinion, the most snubbed was Good Time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't going to get nominated anyway, but it would have been cool to see Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, I had to come with the realization that he could have gotten nominated if he took out Denzel. I mean, it would have made the Oscars look more diverse, and probably would have looked bad in the Oscars part because, the Oscars are trying to be more diverse. But, still, Robert Pattinson gave the best performance. He gave the better performance, and it's like that's the one that I expected the most to get nominated for Good Time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wasn't expecting to get nominated for anything, but at least Robert Pattinson for Best Actor. But he must have been sad when he saw that. What?
Have any of you seen The Post?
Yeah, it was decent. It was decent.
Meryl Streep, in my opinion, does not deserve the nomination. I thought she was good. She was kind of, in my opinion, I think she's a fantastic actress in general. She's great.
Yeah.
But,
who doesn't love her?
yeah, there's it's pretty much a proven fact. She's a great actress.
Yeah.
But that seemed like, even with Spielberg, it was just kind of a last-minute movie, and it wasn't. Some parts of it just felt a little more rushed.
That's like every Spielberg movie nowadays. It's
I
just
know.
he like they're just like passable.
I'm praying for Ready Player One to be good.
Well, I
don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, it has a cool concept, but I'm worried it could be one of those things where it just turns out bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, true. Also,
we'll see.
from some of the advertisement, the acting doesn't seem that good.
Well, it has a good cast. It's got Ben Mendelsohn, Simon Pegg, Mark Rylance.
I forgot Simon Pegg was in it.
Yeah, I mean, Simon Pegg was also in the Cloverfield Paradox as a radio voice.
Oh yeah.
So he has that on his resume now. But Simon Pegg also has Force Awakens on his resume, even though he didn't even have like an official role in that. There are a lot of people in Star Wars: The Force Awakens that were literally in the background. Oh, it's same thing with Last Jedi. Apparently, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Tom Hardy were in the background or something. I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm not wrong. I'm getting facts wrong. Yep. Like Edgar Wright. What the hell is Edgar Wright was in The Last Jedi? Oh my god, this is odd. Wait, Gareth Edwards? What the hell is even going on here?
Things are going on.
I don't know. But, yeah. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they just get, like, big actors and, like, just say, like, oh, you'll be a stormtrooper in the background. That's, like, a waste.
Oh, yeah, with Edgar Wright being, was it Edgar Wright that was, like, a stormtrooper in the background or something?
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't
There
think
were,
so.
like, two famous,
So, what is everybody's most anticipated movie of this year?
besides The Irishman, Deadpool 2.
My most anticipated movie of the year, so far, is Isle of Dogs.
Same.
Besides that, what else? What else would I say that? Okay, let me look. Let me look it up. Where's the list? Come on. Come on. I can't find it, but Deadpool 2 is up there. Of course, I saw the trailer for it last night. I mean, Adam, I don't think you're looking forward to it, so.
It looks alright. I'll give it that. It doesn't look as good as the first one.
Yeah.
I'm still seeing it regardless.
Got it. Okay. One of my most anticipated movies of the year is Mute, Duncan Jones' newest film.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
It's also coming to Netflix, so makes me worried.
Duncan Jones. Speaking of Duncan Jones, I watched Moon.
Oh my god, that's one of my favorite movies.
It's becoming. I'll have to watch it again.
That movie
become my top 4.
That movie officially slated Sam Rockwell as my favorite actor of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Solo: A Star Wars Story looks meh.
Yeah, looks fine, but I don't know. Here's some of my other most anticipated movies: The Irishman.
Yep,
obviously, and Xavier Dolan's newest movie, The Death and Life of John F. Donovan.
Oh, I haven't.
I cannot wait.
I don't know a lot about that movie. I've just heard the title, and I know.
But there was a big report that came out about recently. Apparently, Xavier Dolan edited out Jessica Chastain. So
yep, that's what I heard about it.
Because I don't know, but I mean, I'm sure it's for creative vision, so I can understand it. Especially because it's directed by a guy with such a big vision and who loves making his movies art. So, I can definitely understand why he would go that route. But I mean, Jessica Chastain was one of the reasons why I was like so pumped for it at first, because I didn't 100% know who Xavier Dolan was, and now that I know who he is, obviously I know it because of that. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he's an interesting guy for sure. And this is his first English movie. And the stills that came out for it look really good. It looks definitely like it has the style of a movie that he would make. So
I think I'm gonna try to. Oh, wow, made your voice crack there. I think I'm gonna try to go into that movie like as blind as possible.
yeah, it seems like a good idea. Yeah. Some of my most anticipated movies this year. There's a lot coming out. A lot of directors are coming back with new movies. Steve McQueen is making a new movie this year, Widows.
Yep. Yeah, the
Checking
one
it
about
out.
the people. I heard what's his face was talking about it.
Wait, what?
John Campea was talking about it. I don't know if
Talking about what?
Widows.
Oh yeah. All I know about it is that Steve McQueen's directing. So sold. I'm surprised it doesn't have Michael Fassbender. Like, all of his other movies have Michael Fassbender, especially considering how he needs a good movie right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Michael Fassbender's career is just like taking a huge nosedive.
Creed.
Wait, what?
Assassin's Creed.
The Snowman.
Oh, I
Oh
forgot
my
about
god! No.
I tried watching that, and I mean, I had fun poking fun at the audio, but I mean, not audio, editing. But I was just so bored watching it. I was like, I don't even know if I want to continue this. Ironically, this is just boring as hell.
Yeah, that would
And
be.
so I just turned it off. I don't know when I'll get back to it.
Speaking of boring as hell, the 1517 to Paris.
Oh, Jeffrey told me a lot about that.
Oh, that movie is so bad. It was so bad.
I already knew it wasn't going to be good when I saw the trailer with the baby soda line.
Ugh. Every other sentence, every other word. Oh, hey man. Oh, what's up, man? Oh, what's good?
And also, oh wait, sorry.
No, you go.
I just want to correct something. I think one time on my Twitter or something, I brought up that the actual heroes also wrote it. That isn't true. That's how it was listed on Letterboxd, but I looked up. It was just based on the book they made, so I guess that technically they wrote it. I don't 100% know, so I could be getting it wrong. Yeah.
When did the real thing happen again?
Like
I don't know.
2015. It was really recent. Like really recent.
I mean, it's a heroic event. Don't get me wrong, but it's like
it's not. It's really boring. It shouldn't be portrayed on film.
It shouldn't be like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like, I hear that
that's like a. I saw a tweet. It should be a 60-minute special.
Or like it seems like a vacation movie mixed with like an action movie.
Yeah.
And coming from like a big director like Clint Eastwood, who has done amazing stuff in the past, hearing what I'm hearing about the 1570 to Paris is just kind of depressing.
Oh,
Gran
yeah.
Torino is my favorite film of 2008.
I need to see that. Oh, sorry.
Gran Torino's great.
But I mean, he needs to make like, yeah, he needs to make like another great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's either going the Steven Spielberg route of just like nowadays his films are just kind of like or every now and then his films can be like garbage.
And I don't know how much this is going to sound really morbid, but I don't know how much time he has left.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean,
He's
but he see him on interviews. He seems fine. I'm sure he'll live more years. I
mean, you never know. You never like Stan Lee. I mean, he was just in the hospital recently.
And it's like also that was like the worst time for sexual harassment allegations to come out against him.
Yeah.
Like he's this close to dying, and then it'll just like sexual harassment allegations come out against him.
Yeah. Were the James Franco allegations ever confirmed?
Apparently they were.
Oh.
That's sad. I love James Franco.
Yeah, James. He's so different. Like honestly,
actually,
he's awesome.
Yeah. I have a similar relationship to him as I do with like every other or like sex offender that was revealed in Hollywood, where I can still love their work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I hate them as people.
Yeah.
That's James Franco. Like the Disaster Artist is my favorite movie last year. And
Yeah.
then that whole stuff came out, and like, I hate him now.
And like Scarlett Johansson like called him out at the Women's March.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, I still love a lot of these people's work, but I just hate them as people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Kevin Spacey, he's still amazing in American Beauty. It's just
like Quentin Tarantino.
Oh yeah, Quentin Tarantino's like one of the best filmmakers of all time. Like you get what I'm saying here. It's just it is depressing that I can't like look up to them as like my idols anymore. That I can only just like love their work and love their performances. But I mean, even then, sometimes it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard to go back and watch American Beauty when you know that movie was pretty much his life for a while.
And that movie, yeah, I mean,
And right before all that stuff happened, I was thinking about watching The Usual Suspects.
Well, oh yeah, apparently Bryan Singer knew about Kevin Spacey's allegations at the time, and Usual Suspects was delayed because of it. Which, considering that's Bryan Singer, I'm not surprised that he didn't tell anyone. Apparently,
Bryan Singer get called out as well?
Yeah, in fact, he got called out a while ago. I think when X-Men: Days of Future Past came out, he got called out.
Yeah.
So it's a shitstorm, and I don't want to get like too political.
Yeah.
But
mm-hmm.
it's a big thing that happened, and it pretty much kind of like changed.
It's
filmmaking,
change Hollywood forever.
Yeah. Because it's not just like a couple people who identify we have no respect for them anymore. It's like soon as Harvey Weinstein, like it started with Harvey Weinstein and the guy from Screen Junkies, and then it just set off like a chain of dominoes of people just getting these actors that you loved that turn out to be like huge douchebags.
Like, remember this person, you hate him now.
I think the best thing to come out of that, was this one tweet that said, 2016, your favorite celebrities are dead. 2017, your favorite celebrities are dead to you.
Yep. Boy,
that was like
really
the best
accurate.
Yeah, that's so accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, but there's still a lot of like people to love in the industry.
Yeah, there is. There is.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling's still good. Thank God.
Blue Velvet? What? Blue Valentine.
Oh my God, dude, that's like one movie that Blue Valentine's one movie that's like, if people ask me, hey, you got an underrated movie for me to watch or something along the lines of that, I just say watch Blue Valentine.
I've heard you don't want to watch it while on like a date.
No.
Oh, please don't. Please.
That ending screwed me over.
And the thing is, it's probably one of the most, if not the most depressing movie I've ever seen.
I've heard that. Yeah.
It's 2 hours of like the most depressing stuff this isn't a spoiler. It's just like the nosedive. Yeah, it's the nosedive of a relationship falling apart, and it's horrific to watch, but it's amazing. And Michelle Williams, who I love, is also amazing. That's my favorite performance of her. And the only Oscar nomination got for some reason was Michelle Williams got nominated for Best Actress, which, I mean, I don't know who I would have rather had win that year, Natalie Portman or Michelle Williams.
Natalie Portman was Black Swan, right?
Yeah.
My favorite Michelle Williams performance is Manchester by the Sea.
Oh my God, she was amazing in that.
And interesting, pretty much all of my cousins live the exact town next to Manchester by the Sea, in Mass.
Nice.
And they were like there where they were filming, and I wasn't.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah.
I think Ryan Gosling's that's his best performance.
Oh my God, in my opinion it is. Well, I mean, I don't know. I love him in Drive so much.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, his best performance, in my opinion, is Blue Velvet. But his best movie is Drive.
Whoa.
Blue Velvet?
Blue Velvet? Crap! I keep saying that.
I don't even think it was alive when Blue Velvet came out.
Blue Valentine. Sorry, everybody.
We're sorry, Ryan Gosling's fan base.
Yeah.
Hey, please
Ryan
don't send pitchforks and torches to my house because I accidentally said Blue Velvet. Oh God.
Please strike this man because he got a movie title wrong.
Yes.
Does anyone else here watch SNL?
I
Wait,
don't
what?
anymore.
SNL?
SNL?
Yeah.
Yes. Though I'm a bit. I don't like whenever they like just cater to modern. I mean, well, obviously they cater to modern stuff in terms of like politics and stuff.
Mhm.
It's just sometimes they do that well, and they make great sketches out of recent events. But I mean, like,
It just,
I mainly mean when they make like meme stuff. It's just how do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
times infinity.
Yeah.
Like they made a Tide Pod joke, or I think they made like 2 Tide Pod jokes.
It's old. The Tide Pod thing's old now. It's like it's
It's
gone.
also really dumb.
I mean,
Well, of course it is. It's eating laundry pods.
I'm surprised they didn't do anything on like Logan Paul or something to profit off of that.
No, they did.
They
Bill
did?
Murray called
They-
him out.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Dude, when like you should just like retire from YouTube
I think
when someone as great as Bill Murray like just calls you out. Like you have that big of a name calling you out on your bullshit.
I do think it's kind of funny the fact that he compared him
Wait,
to
when
Jared
was
Fogle.
this? Hold on. What show was this? Like which episode?
The Sam Rockwell one.
Oh,
It's like the opening sketch. He came on as Steve Bannon, and then it's like he called out Logan Paul.
And
Did he say him
compared
by name?
to Jared Fogle.
Yeah,
oh man, I have to watch that. I have to watch that monologue.
yeah.
Um,
Wait a minute. Oh, Krimes just DM me. It says that I'm off air on Anchor. Whatever. So
It said that for me as well.
mhm.
okay.
So how long are these streams?
Wait, how long are these streams? I mean, we could go for as long as we could, but currently we're at 51 minutes.
Yep.
You know, I could sit here and talk about movies with people for like so long. So,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
you know, I love talking with people who know a lot about movies and
I
want to talk to me about them.
I live in
So,
an area that liking movies is like you're part of the German Nazis. Like you're completely outside. Like there's no one.
yeah.
Movies.
Okay, so anything else to talk about movie related? Any of you guys see like great movies recently?
12 Angry
I've-
Men. That's my new
Oh
favorite.
man, don't kill me. I've never seen 12
Never
Angry
seen.
Men.
I've
You
never
were
seen.
watching Chips while I was watching 12 Angry Men.
I watched it ironically, okay? And I was also watching Kingsman 2 when you were doing that, probably.
Oh,
You were
let's
watching
hear.
Kingsman
This is about to
2 when I
get.
was trying to watch
Sorry, I'm just gonna move this. Here, I need to get an editor for this thing, probably.
yeah, you
But-
were watching Kingsman the Golden Circle while I was Blood Simple.
Yeah. So yeah. Here, hey, just give me a second. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah, here, use it. Sorry that came out. Okay, what I was trying to say was that yeah, I was watching Kingsman: The Golden Circle, which I mean, like the first one is amazing. I love it.
Mhm.
I still love it, but it's just the thing is, the second one, Kingsman: The Golden Circle, not only like it was such a disappointment, and it's pretty much everything the first one did well, that movie just did like poorly. The villain is the generic villain that the first one parodied,
Mhm.
and Julianne Moore's probably my favorite actress, whatever. I just adore her so much. I'm one of the biggest fans of her you'll probably meet.
Her performance in Magnolia is absolutely
Yes. And I'm heartbroken to say that her performance in Kingsman 2 is legitimately atrocious. She looks like she just doesn't even care.
She probably doesn't. Notice
She
how
It's like-
almost all of her scenes were filmed on that one location.
Yeah, it's like I think there are some people who I think say that her performance in Magnolia isn't good. Which for one thing, I couldn't disagree with them more.
Mhm.
But to some people, to anyone who thinks that Julianne Moore isn't a good actress, which she's an amazing actress in my opinion, that's like the type of performance those people would probably think of when they think of her. Just like she just doesn't care, she hams it up. And it's like even if she actually cared about playing the villain herself is just like the generic bad guy that the first one would parody. And then here we are, and they're actually doing those tropes that they would make fun of in the first one.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the cool thing that she does is she makes burgers out of human meat.
Yep.
And it's like, but
Okay, so can I just chime in for a second?
sure.
You guys are gonna hate me.
What?
Okay.
I actually like. I kind of like the Golden Circle.
That's fine.
Well, I did
So
too.
outrageous that it's.
I mean,
damn it.
it does have stuff to like, and that's like, I mean, I'll admit, I genuinely loved the Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting action scene. I love that scene because, for one thing, most of the action scenes were filmed with like the shakiest camera movements you could ever find.
The action scenes were garbage. And they were awful. I don't know. That was the
opening scene.
Oh, the opening.
It's like the camera work is so awful. It's like they literally like.
Yeah.
I don't know who was shooting it.
Scene
yeah.
That's.
At first, you're like, "Oh, okay, new Kingsman movie, super excited." Oh, this is happening.
And then they had the scene where it was like at the Coachella-esque music festival with that scene.
I don't even remember.
It was like, so you know how the first one, the last, where it's like he's in the chamber with her. It's like the film. That was the scene that really gave it its R rating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That they had a second one, like a direct copy of that, and the other one, which it didn't really add anything.
Oh, the music festival scene.
Yeah, that one.
I can't remember, but I do remember 2 words: CGI vagina.
That's the scene we're talking about.
Yep, that's the scene we're talking about.
Oh, sorry, all I remember from that scene is CGI vagina.
Yep.
It was different than what I thought it was going to be. It's like a tracking device on his finger, and then it falls in her vagina, and we see it go in. What I thought it was going to be was he would have like this.
I like how when it drops, it just plays the Kingsman theme.
Yeah, I mean, that scene probably wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, because what I thought would happen was that he would have like the tracking device, and it would be like shaped like a dildo or something, and he would have to like shove it up in there. That's what I thought the scene was going to be. And I was like, oh, God, I'm dreading this. And, well, I mean, it was still weird how they use CGI to go inside of a girl's vagina.
Mm-hmm.
But still, if it was what I was thinking, then I would have been like, fuck this movie. I mean, I still say that towards it, don't get me wrong. It's just, if they did that, it would have made it even worse.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I gotta go right now. I appreciate you being on this podcast so much. I hope I can do it again. This was awesome.
Here, I'm gonna. Thanks for coming, man. Here,
thank you.
I'm gonna end this and see if I can get Krimes on.
All right.
See you, man.
See ya.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Oh, not much. Oh, it's recording. Okay, good.
Okay. So, what are we talking about today?
Just anything movie related that's on our minds, I guess.
Well, we got that Incredibles 2 trailer.
Oh, yeah, Incredibles 2 trailer, which somebody on Twitter apparently thinks that just because Mrs. Incredible waved at a girl, that means it's an LGBT movie.
Yeah,
or something
I saw
like that.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if you wave to anyone, that automatically means you have the same sexual orientation as them. That's automatically how it works.
I guess I need to tell my friend something then when I waved at him.
Yeah. My favorite comment, response was like, "Well, great. I guess I'm a pansexual pedophile now."
That's funny.
Yeah. I thought the trailer, it didn't really grab me all that much. I think, it's chosen a really odd story to tell, or at least what we can see from the trailer.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably say it sounds uninteresting just because of, it's the main plot seems to just be that it's about Mr. Incredible watching the kid, which, on paper sounds boring as hell, but...
Yeah, we waited 14 years for that plot.
Yeah.
It seems like an odd choice.
Just like how we waited 2 years to see Luke Skywalker throw a lightsaber over his shoulder.
I mean, see, for me that was actually really funny because I think that was kind of like an intentional jab at the audience. But this just feels wrong. It's so strange. A strange choice to me.
Especially considering how everyone has been asking for so long, and when every time Pixar made a sequel to any of their movies, people were just like, why don't you put out The Incredibles 2 instead? So I guess they just thought that if they put out anything, the fanboys would be satisfied anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, considering like how they are with sequels, aside from the Toy Story movies, they haven't been that great.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Toy Story sequels, but every other one has ranged from mediocre to bad. So.
Yeah. I mean, I liked Monsters University quite a bit, but like,
I mean, it was pointless.
Finding Nemo, okay. Yeah, it was pointless, but I enjoyed it. And like, Finding Dory was like, I completely forgot that I saw it like a week later.
Well, I mean, I can't really trash it because I bought it, so I can't really like trash it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing terrible or anything. It's just like there was nothing memorable about it at all for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus, we don't even really need to get into like the Cars sequels, like the most pointless sequels ever.
I mean, well, I didn't even bother with Cars 3.
I think it's got some neat animation. That's like the best thing I can say about
it. Actually, me and some people were watching a Rabbit stream, but for some reason on my end, the audio was just like, for some reason, wasn't playing right, so I didn't hear any of it. So I can't tell if I should be happy or upset.
Yeah, like it is the most run-of-the-mill animated sequel ever. Like there's really nothing special about it, other than the fact like of course like the animation is gorgeous, but that's only because it's Pixar. Like that's really the only notable thing of note in there. It's like anything else, it's like who cares?
Hey, at least that Army Hammer.
Yeah, Army Hammer. The same guy that was in Call Me by Your Name was also in Cars 3. Yep. What a great year for Armie Hammer.
The same year that he was shooting people with a beard in Free Fire and eating cum-filled peaches, he was in a kids movie.
Yeah. God, wait, he was in Free Fire?
Yeah, he was the guy, I guess. I can't remember his name.
That's really helpful.
Sorry,
so the character not played by Brie Larson.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember. The only character I remember from that was like Jack Rayner or something, the guy who's the brother from Sing Street.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why I pretty much remember him.
Yeah. I mean, I actually like Free Fire. It's just that
I like it too.
It's hard for me to remember like the characters' names. I remember plot elements, but I don't remember the characters' names. I can't tell if that's a bad thing or what.
Yeah, that was my issue with Free Fire. Like, it was an enjoyable movie, but like none of the characters are interesting whatsoever. Like, some of the interactions are kind of enjoyable, but it's like you don't know anything about any of them, which I think is a bit disappointing.
Yeah, I can understand that. You know, like, and especially since they're trying to make it like somewhat of a homage to like Tarantino-esque like shootout type things. Or, well, not necessarily, like, shootout Tarantino, because that doesn't happen in Tarantino's movies, but you get what I mean. They're trying to, like, homage that type of movie.
Yeah. And I think Ralph the Movie Maker talked about it briefly in his, like, when he was talking about the 2017 movies, and that it felt like a great scene from, like, it felt like a great scene from a great movie. But, like, it needed, like, more build-up behind it, so you actually, like, cared about the characters.
It was, like, a 90-minute version of the tequila shootout scene from Baby Driver.
Yeah. Which, again, it's an enjoyable watch, but it's, like, you know, it's nothing that incredible.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but even I can understand some of the criticisms towards it. Personally, my biggest criticism with it was the directing. I thought that the idea to shoot a shoot-'em-up movie handheld was stupid. I thought that was a stupid idea. And at points, it was a little distracting with some shaky cam. So, I wish they actually, like, shot it with a normal camera instead of deciding to shoot handheld. But I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that's Ben Wheatley's style. Yeah.
Yeah. What else do we have in terms of news? Well, Black Panther came out, and I'm seeing it this afternoon, so I can't say much about it. Well, but I do know there's a "what are those" joke in it, so I'm already like afraid.
My theater laughed at that scene for some reason. That meme has been dead since 2015. For some reason, when they put it in a movie in 2018,
it wasn't even like funny to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. Well, if I say the actual joke, it's not a spoiler. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's like she just like points to someone's shoes and says, "What are those?" out of nowhere. No, actually, I'm not doing a very good job describing it. It was just like, it was a character said like, "What are they?" And then she said, "The better question is, what are those?" and points to his shoes.
That is awful.
That's like the worst part of that movie, and it's 3 seconds.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that, like, the horrendous Twitter joke from Moana.
I can't remember what that was. Oh, the bird joke?
Yeah. This is what you call a tweet. Ugh, God, can you not? How do you do, fellow kids?
Exactly, that's what that was. In fact, that Moana one makes even less sense, because that movie's set in a different time. Black Panther's set in modern day.
It makes my skin crawl.
I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, especially considering how it's from the same director as Creed and Fruitvale Station. I can't believe he thought it was a good idea to put that in. Well, there was another writer. Maybe he thought it was a good idea. Cool. What has he done? Oh, nothing else besides Black Panther.
That's what happens when you get a writer who's made nothing else before and a writer that's talented.
You're going to end up with a "What are those?" joke.
Pretty much. Yeah, the kids will love this.
Yeah, but actually, Black Panther was pretty good. I'm obviously not going to spoil anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
For the most part,
Black Panther dies in the end. No.
Everybody dies.
Yes.
Well, for the most part, it's like your typical Marvel movie, kind of. But I mean, the action scenes are all great, and I mean, the soundtrack is unique from other Marvel movies. So there's that. Even though I was expecting there to be like endless Kendrick songs in it, but there was only like one, I think.
Yeah.
And also the villains in it were probably some of my favorite Marvel villains of recent years, to be honest.
Yeah, I think finally, like, Marvel villains have slightly been taking up, because I think in 2017, like, though not all of them were like great, like, we at least got Michael Keaton, who was great in Spider-Man. We got 3 really entertaining villains in Guardians. We got like Kurt Russell. Spoiler alert! Sorry.
Everyone's seen it by now.
Yeah, everyone's seen it. We got Taserface, who was hilarious, who I love. Taserface. And we got like the gold people, who are also really great. And the lead girl's played by an Australian, so that makes it better.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we also got what was her name? Hela from Thor Ragnarok.
Wait.
You're like good performance.
Yeah, Hela.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, it's a great performance, but the character was bland. But at least she had like Kate Blanchett, who was giving a great perforance.
Kate Blanchett,
at least, yeah, she was good as it. But like, again, it was at least a step up from I don't know, Mads Mikkelsen and Doctor Strange. Yeah.
I mean, well, since Thor Ragnarok was satirical, I mean, as much as I really enjoyed Thor Ragnarok, one of the things about it was it did suffer from the only Marvel cliche it suffers from is the villain, which, even though great performance from Kate Blanchett as always, it's just
bland character.
I mean, it's like the stereotypical Marvel villain that I'm glad they're not doing anymore. The big bad guy who just wants to rule the world, and it's just like, at this point, it's old. Just do something.
Steppenwolf. So Steppenwolf.
Wait,
Steppenwolf is like the worst villain of like.
Wait, that was in Justice League, right?
Yeah. Justice League. It's I don't blame you for not even remembering it. It's like the only reason I'm able to remember it is because of like how absolutely atrocious his character is.
The reason why I don't remember is because I didn't even see it. I avoided it as much as I could.
Yeah. The funny story is, that day I went to go see The Killing of a Sacred Deer, which is like one of my favorite movies of the year. And what happened was, like, I started watching the movie, and then the whole theater cut out. And so I left, and I was depressed that I didn't get to watch the rest, like, the first 15 minutes. And then my dad's just like, "Hey, did you want to go see Justice League?" I was like, "Okay, I gotta watch something today." And I watched it, and it was like the most obnoxious film to watch on that day because it was just so bad.
I can imagine.
It was an unbearable experience. The movie is so obnoxious and boring.
That's exactly what I imagine from a DC movie at this point.
Yeah, and the CGI is absolutely atrocious. It is so ugly looking.
If I even didn't like the one that people thought was good, what makes you think I'm gonna like the one that people thought was just meh?
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Also, Wonder Woman, not a good movie.
Yeah. It could have been.
But remember, the same way if you don't like Black Panther, that means you're racist. If you don't like Wonder Woman, that means you're sexist.
Yeah. If I don't like Wonder Woman and like Mother, then I'm a sexist. But if I think Black Panther was pretty good, but think Three Billboards is amazing, then I'm a racist.
Exactly. I'm always pissed off when I hear like people who unintentionally calling Three Billboards like a racist film. Like, if you're calling it that, then you've completely misunderstood everything.
Exactly.
Yeah. It annoys me.
Look,
It grinds my gears.
Yeah, I can understand why you think the idea of having the racist cop be quote redeemed. For one thing, it wasn't even really redeemed, but that's a whole other story. But
exactly,
the idea sounds bad on paper, but the way it's actually done in the movie is really brilliant. And I'm surprised more people aren't giving it credit for how complex Mark McDonough made it.
Exactly. That's why I love that there's not even really like a true 100% good person in that movie. Like in real life, everybody is very humanely flawed.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
some more than others. Yeah.
Will you expect dark comedies, but they're more human and complex.
Yeah, so, exactly.
I mean,
the only person that I remember being actually really nice was Peter Dinklage, and even then, I don't think he did anything wrong in that movie, did he?
Well, he yelled out what Frances McDormand did, so
yeah,
I guess there's that.
There's that. Again, there's no real perfect person in that movie, which is why I admire it so much.
Oh, wait, what about Caleb Landry Jones?
Who is that? Sorry, in the movie, I can't remember.
Oh, he was the guy. He was Welby, the guy who owned the billboards, and Mildred rented them from him.
Yeah.
The guy who Sam Rockwell threw out a window.
Yes, that guy. Yeah.
He's in a lot.
Yes, he is actually.
He was also in Get Out, The Flora Project, and American Made the same year.
God. Oh yeah, he was. Oh right. Yeah, I remember. He was the guy that. Have you seen American Made?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I was glad I didn't say that because I was about to spoil something. But yeah, he gets a lot of work. He's like a young Michael Stuhlbarg. He'll be in every movie.
Yeah, and same thing with some other actors that are also in Best Picture nominees, like Timothée Chalamet or Timothée Chalamet. However you pronounce it.
I'm saying it's Timothy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, is in 2 Best Picture nominees. Michael Stuhlbarg is in 3. Lucas Hedges is in 2, but he's bad, so that doesn't matter. Lucas
Hedges gave the only good performance of his entire career in Lady Bird. I didn't like any other movie. It's not that I didn't like any other movie. I hated all of his other performances in other movies.
He was fine in 3 Billboards, but I mean, the movie didn't really.
Yeah,
if he was a main character, his performance probably could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean. Okay, here's the thing with his performance in 3 Billboards. Sometimes I'm like, okay, that was fine, but there are other times where it's just I feel like they used the worst take of them all and put that in the film. If that makes any sense.
It's like a Clint Eastwood effect.
How in that?
I mean, Clint Eastwood was known for only doing a couple takes and saying, or more like the Ridley Scott effect, where it's just he only does they only do one take and just be oh, that's good. Yeah, let's move on.
Okay. Well, for me, I'm referring more to I call this effect the Felicity Jones effect because in Rogue One, Felicity Jones, there are some scenes where I'm okay, that was a perfectly fine, you said the line fine, but there are other scenes where it's her performance is so awful, and they took the worst take of that entire scene and put that in the film.
Yeah, you told me about what you think is the.
Yeah, I felt like Lucas. They did that with Lucas Hedges in 3 Billboards.
Or in pretty much any movie, because I mean he's fine in Lady Bird.
Yeah, I think it was actually. I thought he was pretty damn good in Lady Bird, actually.
But his performance in Manchester by the Sea, as much as I love Manchester by the Sea, his performance in that Ed Medley is kind of horrendous.
Oh yeah, it was Oh, man, it brought it down so much for me. And he got nominated.
Manchester by Yeah, I actually probably would have kept my rating of Manchester by the Sea at a 10 out of 10 if they cast a better actor for him.
Isn't he? Wait, is Lucas Hedges related to Matt Damon?
I don't know.
God, I think he might be. I could be wrong, but I think he might be.
Yeah, I remember when Lucas Hedges started out as like he was in short roles in Wes Anderson movies, and then they started being like, oh, let's put him in these big movies, and it just didn't work.
Wait, he was in Wes Anderson. Wait, when was he in a Wes Anderson movie? How have I missed this?
Grand Budapest Hotel and Moonrise Kingdom.
Wait, what?
He had like small roles though, so I don't blame you.
Oh right, I actually do remember him in like Moonrise Kingdom. I think you've seen Moonrise Kingdom, right?
Of course.
Yeah. I think isn't he like the guy that like gets stabbed with the scissors?
Yeah, I think
oh my
so.
God. He was better as like a young child than he is now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then again, in the Wes Anderson movies, he doesn't do like anything. He's just there.
Yeah.
Because he's a young child actor. They put it, and then they decided to try and make him more of a big actor.
Yeah. Speaking of Wes Anderson, the one animated film this year that I am so excited for is
Hell yeah, boy!
Isle of Dogs. Cannot wait.
Yes. It's coming out. I think
April
in a month.
It's coming out here in April.
Oh, okay. It's coming out sometime in March. But
lucky.
knowing Fox Searchlight's probably gonna be a couple weeks before it gets to any of my theaters. They have 3 billboards. Actually, Shape of Water got here somewhat early, so I don't know. But it takes a while for some Fox Searchlight movies to get here because they like to do that.
Hey, do you want to go through the Oscar nominations?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I got a lot to say about certain ones. I don't know how much I can say that hasn't been said already, but why not?
Okay, let me got them up on my phone. What should we go through? What should we go through first?
And we're gonna go through like all the big ones and like some small ones that we could probably mention.
Yeah.
Okay. Oscar nominations 2018. Google next. I can't remember all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got them up. Or do you want to read them out, or do you want me to read them out?
Doesn't matter, but I'll read them out if you want me to.
Okay, you can go.
So the nominations for Best Picture are Shape of Water, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Phantom Thread, 3 Billboards, Get Out, The Post, Call Me by Your Name, and Lady Bird.
Okay.
I've seen all of these.
Same.
So...
I've seen them all.
Wait,
I've seen all of them as well.
Okay. So we both have some strong opinions on these.
Yes.
In terms of the ones I like, there are some here that I absolutely adore, and some here that I just like. None of these I call bad movies at all. Like
Same.
I love Shape of Water, Phantom Thread, 3 Billboards, like tons of in here. The only 2 that I'd probably throw out are The Post and Darkest Hour.
Same.
Well, The Post, I actually do think is worthy of some Oscars because the directing is fantastic, but it didn't get nominated for that because, to be fair, there were other directors.
Yeah, and Spielberg's got like 20 Oscars already, so like he can sit this one out.
Yeah, especially. Well, I mean, he should have won Best Picture for Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen Shakespeare in Love, so I can't like say, oh, it was robbed. But
Shakespeare in Love. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I just know that. Oh God, what was her name? Oh God, I've forgotten her name.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
No, like what's that old lady? God, I can't remember her name. God damn it, the one from
Judi Dench.
Yeah, Judi Dench. She won an Oscar for that movie, and I think she was in it for like 5 minutes. It was like a cameo.
Unless it was that good of a performance, like apparently Alec Baldwin and Glenn Ross won an Oscar, even though apparently he's in the movie for a few minutes.
Yeah, but like that scene is amazing. The scene, the cookies.
No, okay,
the coffees for closers scene. I almost said
cookies are for closers.
I almost said cookies are for closers. We'll
get to that soon.
Yeah, we'll get to that in later.
Okay, so for these nominations, for one thing, I'm glad to see Dunkirk got nominated because I was always like, okay, it's going to get nominated, and I'm glad it actually did because Christopher Nolan, he's been shut out for a while.
Yes, I'd agree with that.
It's about time they let him in, especially for a movie that has tons of potential for getting nominated for Best Picture.
Sorry, I'll just be 1 sec.
Okay. I was talking to myself, I guess.
Hey, I'm back.
Okay, so I can't speak right now. One nomination I'm personally excited about, Phantom Thread.
Yeah.
Not only did I love the movie, but also my favorite filmmaker of all time is finally being recognized by the Oscar. I mean, he's been recognized before, obviously. It's just he's been getting snubbed badly.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand why he didn't get nominated for Inherent Vice because like that movie is debatable.
Yeah,
but
mixed bag that one, but good.
He didn't get nominated for The Master. It didn't get nominated for Best Picture for some reason, and now not only is he nominated for Best Picture, but Best Director.
All good nominations.
I either want
all worthy.
Yeah, Best Director nominations. That's also a big thing. Not only is there diversity, but especially ones who they're now letting in and giving fair chances to.
Yeah.
I'd love for PTA to take it. I would so love to, but I feel like it would go to Guillermo del Toro, which if it went to Guillermo del Toro, I wouldn't be upset in the slightest. Because, and people can debate on the directing in Lady Bird. I personally thought it was well directed, but some people are like arguing, no, it's like plainly directed, but I understand that. But still, I don't know if I'd say that Lady Bird should win Best Director, even though I'm glad that a female director is finally nominated.
Yes. Also, I want to say, sorry, just a note of Phantom Thread. I went to go see that, I think 1 or 2 weeks ago with my parents. And for one, it was a bad cinema experience because there was this one lady who kept on. I'm sorry. Do you ever have that one person who's sitting with a bag of M&Ms or something, and it's constantly just this in the back of your ear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like that, but I don't try to be.
Yeah. I try if I have to open a bag or something. I'm trying to be as quiet as possible. Also, the other thing is that. I think my dad fell asleep halfway through the movie.
I'm surprised that my mom liked it.
Yeah,
considering how it seems
both my parents found it boring as hell. And look, I'll be honest. I really like the film and I admire it a lot. But I think there's a good patch of 30 to 40 minutes where, despite that I was admiring it, I really just did not feel invested in it. If that makes any sense.
That's understandable because it is slow.
Yeah, it's really slow for me, and but I think the second half is absolutely wonderful in my opinion.
Yeah. Especially the New Year's Eve scene.
Yes, I agree with that.
And also, if you want to get the general public's opinion on Phantom Thread, you should have seen the people who were walking out the theater.
Yeah,
because I saw it at a theater in Pittsburgh, and we walked out. It was a small theater, so we walked out, and people were walking out with us who I think were in the theater with us, and they were just like, "Oh, it was so boring. The girl was so stupid."
I remember.
And I remember.
Sorry. Actually, no. You keep going.
That's fine. What I was about to say is that if you thought the movie looked boring, why'd you pay to see it?
Exactly.
Watch the trailer and you'll get a good idea of what to think. Yeah. The trailer isn't 100% accurate to the actual events of the movie, but it's accurate to the tone.
Yeah.
So couldn't you just look that up and be whether or not you'll think it's your cup of tea or not? Why would you pay $8 to see a movie that you probably wouldn't like?
Or maybe if it's your nice mushroom omelet.
Yeah. I can only imagine someone trying to eat mushroom soup while they watch it.
Yes, exactly. Also, it was weird because that was part of the 3 movies last year where somebody got poisoned by mushrooms.
Yeah, along with the Beguiled.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen it, but apparently it happens in Lady Macbeth.
I haven't seen it either.
I haven't seen it, so yeah, I don't know. Speaking of people walking out of the theaters, during I think the last 15 minutes, if you know, I'm sure if you've seen the movie, you would know why. But people walking out of the theater in Shape of Water.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I thought you were about to say during Panther. I was like, there wasn't that much bad stuff that happened there.
But yeah. I thought The Shape of Water was really, really great. I didn't love it to death, but I don't know. Maybe I might watch it again and enjoy it more. But there was so much technical stuff that I loved about it. I think might be the best looking film I've seen last year.
Apparently, the budget was like $20 million.
Exactly, and I think I heard like they were talking about it on the Sardonacast. So The Shape of Water cost like I think 20-ish million dollars to make. I want you to guess how much money did the Cloverfield Paradox cost?
I watched the same podcast, so I know exactly what you're talking about. $45 million.
It's ridiculous.
45. Dude, did you see the arm special effect on Chris O'Dowd in the Cloverfield Paradox?
It looked worse than like the hand from like I'm sorry, Addams Family back in the early 90s, early 2000s. That looked better than Chris O'Dowd's arm in 2017.
There's probably going to be some. This is something I never thought I'd say about a Cloverfield movie. I think effects from the asylum probably look more convincing than that arm. Okay, that's probably pushing it, but you get what I mean.
I think Roblox effects are making that movie look better.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
What movie are we talking about next? Do you want to talk about You Cannot Tame a Lion When Your Mouth Is in Its Head or something? I don't know.
Yeah, Darkest Hour. You cannot reason with it.
You cannot reason with the lion when your head is in its mouth.
Of course, the line's a meme now.
I love it. It's great.
Rightfully. Yeah. There are some bad lines like that in Darkest Hour, but other than that, it's a fine movie.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like you get what you expect.
It's your typical Oscar Beatty fluff.
My dad loves it, and I'm really not shocked at that at all.
I mean, of course, Gary Oldman's amazing.
Gary Oldman's great. The makeup's great. Ben Mendelsohn and Lily James are great. I could literally just watch a movie where Lily James is standing in front of a wall, and I will be very entertained.
Yeah. And
cinematography and lighting's really good too. Yeah. It's like there's nothing you can really say about it. It's fine. You get what you get.
Yeah.
People are going to be pissed off when Gary Oldman wins.
I mean, well, especially after the allegations that came out against him. Not sexual harassment. Apparently, he, like, beat his wife with a phone or something.
Oh, God. I didn't hear about that, actually.
I don't know if it's true. But if it is true, then I guess I don't want him to win, especially with the whole message they're trying to push at this year's Oscars.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if he somehow did win, in spite of that, I wouldn't be upset because he did give a great performance, especially considering how he was able to just make himself look completely different.
Yeah.
But in terms of just, like, not just the performance, but also in terms of how the actor is as a person, Daniel Day-Lewis should get it then.
Yeah. Personally, who do you want to win, and versus who do you think will win?
This is a tough one here because I know that Gary Oldman will win, but I would like it to. I mean, it's hard to say that I would like it to be Daniel Day-Lewis because he's won 3 times, so it's one of those things where if you're going up against Daniel Day-Lewis, it's just one of those things where it's like, well, at least it was good to be nominated.
Yeah,
but since Gary Oldman has more buzz, I'm sure it'll be him. But personally, I'd like to be Daniel Day-Lewis or Timothée Chalamet. But since Timothée Chalamet's young, then they probably won't give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be cool to see him win. I mean, I don't know if it was the best performance of all of them, but it's one of my favorite performances of last year. So, I mean, that fireplace scene, or not, basically the closing shot alone is worth it. But
yeah, and for me, I thought Daniel Kaluuya was good in Get Out, but it's not an Oscar-worthy performance.
I mean, he was great in it. Don't get me wrong, but
it's not like, wow, that was groundbreaking. That was an amazing. It's like such a good performance. It's like nothing compared to Timothée Chalamet or Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, or even James Franco for The Disaster Artist. Although I'm glad he didn't get nominated, just because apparently those sexual harassment allegations about him are true. So
yeah, I agree.
I guess in that case,
plus he's got his Globe, so he'll be happy. So whatever about him.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing is, I just wanted to say about his performance in Disaster. It's a good performance, and I enjoyed it. But I feel like a lot of people were overhyping it because it's a good performance, but I don't think it's like an Oscar-worthy, amazing, groundbreaking performance or anything. If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it's a great performance, in my opinion, but I don't 100% see Tom Wiseau there.
I just see James Franco.
Yeah, exactly. When I first saw the trailer, I was worried that it would just be a joke performance, and I would be like, I don't see Tom Wiseau, I just see James Franco. But that wasn't 100% the case, but
especially considering how he did have a great impression of Tom Wiseau.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't see Tom Wiseau for the entire time. There were definitely scenes where it felt 100% like Tom Wiseau, but for at least a little bit of a chunk of the movie, you could just picture James Franco there. So, I mean, it was worth a Golden Globe, though. I'd say that.
Yeah. Right. What other Best Picture movies do we need to talk about?
You want to go to the Best Actress? Because I've seen all of these, so I have an opinion.
Yeah. We've already talked a bit about Three Billboards. Lady Bird. Do you want to talk about that for a little bit?
Oh yeah. Well, I love Lady Bird. I mean, I gave it a 9 on first watch, and I gave it a 10 on second watch. But I feel like I could lower it back down to a 9 because my biggest problem with it is the cliche part where it's like, she ditches her loser friend to go hang out with the cool kids, and then she realizes it isn't all that, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like every Nickelodeon cartoon or Disney Channel sitcom uses that trope.
Yeah, I agree.
And here I am seeing it in independent film.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, it did feel pretty forced. But Saoirse Ronan is great in it. I also have to appreciate Lady Bird because I finally figured out how to pronounce her name. Because for the longest time, I thought it was like Sario Ronan or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I figured it out when I watched her monologue on Saturday Night Live when she sang the song about how to pronounce it. And then I'm like, oh, it's Saoirse.
Yeah.
Got it. And she is amazing in it, though. Yes. But I would like to see Frances McDormand take it, though, because I feel that's the better performance.
Oh, yeah, Frances McDormand, though, I want her to win. She deserves that.
Same
was
here.
An incredible
Same.
Performance. For a performance from Lady Bird needs to win, I would say Laurie Metcalf.
Same. Yep. I mean, it's probably going to go to Allison Janney, even though she was great in I, Tonya. Yes. I just feel that Laurie Metcalf deserves it more.
Yeah.
Because I want Lady Bird to win something.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, especially considering how it's probably going to get taken by other movies, Best Screenplay is going to get taken by Three Billboards, Best Actress is going to be taken by Frances McDormand, Best Director is probably going to be taken by Guillermo or PTA.
Yeah.
Well, even then, PTA is just a pipe dream, but, I mean, it could happen. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Also, like I gotta say, I think Martin McDonagh was snubbed for director.
Oh yeah, the freaking one take scene of Sam Rockwell alone made him deserve a Best Director nomination.
I agree.
I don't know, but okay. You want to talk about Get Out for a bit?
Yeah, sure. I really, really enjoyed Get Out. It's one of my favorites of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I love Get Out, but even then, whether or not I think it should deserve all this Oscar attention is debatable in my head.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan Peele definitely deserves like a screenplay and even director nomination because he did a great job putting it together, and I'm happy for him that his passion project, apparently, because he seems so passionate about it on his Twitter, is now getting attention and awards nominations. But even then, some of the categories it's in are probably taking over movies that probably could have been in there instead.
Yeah.
Like, I feel this probably hurt me to say this, I guess, but even then, I think that Mark McDonagh probably should be in there. That's not me just fanboying.
No, I completely agree. He deserves to. Yeah. He deserves to be up there for one of the best directors.
I mean, Get Out had good directing, but it didn't have like a one-take scene that was impressive in how it was made. Yeah. So.
I think I really, really enjoyed the film. I think it's just a really well done horror film. I like I like the meanings behind the film. I really, really enjoyed the performances. I think the cinematography is really, really good for a horror movie as well. And I think it's a really great film, and it is one of my favorites of the year. But Best Picture, I mean, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be mad or furious if it won, but I would just be kind of more confused.
I mean, in terms of Best Picture, there's 9 there, so I mean, I'm glad that it got thrown in there because there's 9, so there's enough to throw and Get Out. Yeah. But even then, The Post and Darkest Hour probably could have been taken out for Blade Runner and maybe Good Time.
Yeah. But Good Time never had a chance. Good Time never had a chance at being nominated for Best Picture.
Maybe Robert Pattinson?
I'm just saying, it was not known enough. Like, I would not say that I didn't want it to. If that got nominated, I would have loved it if it could have gotten nominated. But I never expected it to be nominated.
I'm not even saying Best Picture, but I at least had a thought in the back of my head that maybe Robert Pattinson would get nominated.
Yeah.
But
turns out Safdie as the brother, whichever. Ben Safdie. Yeah, that was. I had never expected that they were going to get nominated, but I would have really appreciated it if they did. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk Best Supporting Actor?
Sure. Let me just.
Because I got something. I guess I can say about this.
Yes.
As much as I love Three Billboards, I don't know how to feel about getting nominated twice in the same category.
Yeah. Like, for me, I think, as much as I think Woody Harrelson was great in it, it's like, again, it was just a very traditional Woody Harrelson performance.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's a great actor in my opinion, but even then, I don't know about, I mean, it is worth the Best Supporting Actor nomination, but there's 5, and there's already a Three Billboards actor in there, and the better performance out of the two, in my opinion, is already in there and is going to win. So, especially considering how Armie Hammer is just, like, completely shut out.
Yes, Armie Hammer should have taken the part over Woody Harrelson.
Poor Armie Hammer. He must have been saddened when he saw that.
Yeah, poor Armie.
Well, I mean, I don't know. But also, Christopher Plummer, that's the only award All the Money in the World got, especially considering how they put so much effort in. I haven't seen All the Money in the World, so I can't say whether or not it should have even gotten any
really, really solid movie. I enjoyed it, but it's just a decent film.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, like, but even then, I'm sure Ridley Scott is disappointed that he put so much effort into pretty much remaking his own film in, like, 3 weeks with apparently funding or, like, money problems between the actors. So, and then he sees that he thought his movie probably would have gotten nominated for something, and it didn't get there. But Christopher Plummer got a free nomination at least.
Yeah,
that was pretty much just like So it's like he randomly got recast, and then he just automatically has a nomination.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah. And but actually, there's something. There's something I want to bring up. It's something that's a little bit worth mentioning. But this doesn't really have much to do with that. It's just I remember a couple weeks, I think, before the that thing happened and they announced that.
Yeah.
I was like, man, what's Christopher Plummer doing nowadays? I wonder where he was at. And then 2 weeks later, he's filling in for Kevin Spacey in reshoots, and I was like, oh, nice. And now he's a meme. Now every time a sexual harasser or like person who sexually harassed someone is up, they just make Christopher Plummer jokes.
Yeah, and I am I'm guilty of that a lot.
Yeah, same here. Like I remember David Copperfield got accused of sexual harassment, and then I tweeted, Christopher Plummer has started practicing magic.
Yes, that was funny. That was really funny.
Yeah.
So what else? We got Richard Jenkins. I thought he was great in Shape of Water. And Willem Dafoe, I'm also glad that he got nominated for Florida Project, because I think he gave maybe the best performance in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I love Florida Project, but even then, the only thing that I saw it getting nominated for was Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
It was starting to get buzz for his performance, and then especially the Golden Globe nomination, so...
I mean,
I'm glad to see that.
But, like, if, let's say you got to decide, would you have gotten that, like, nominated for anything else, though?
Oh, I would have wanted it to get like a Best Picture nomination. I think it was actually worthy of the Best Picture nomination.
And considering the fact that
fact
that there's 10, they allowed 10 nominations and they only did 9 this year, like, then I think that's more of an excuse for like Florida Project and Blade Runner not being nominated.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that Blade Runner got snubbed, and I'm one of those people. But even then, I'm like, I never expected in a million years that I would get nominated. It's a niche movie. It's not popular with the general audiences, so I came to my own realizations and realized it wasn't going to get nominated for Best Picture. But
special effects,
something that, something I knew that was going to get nominated for, and hopefully it wins. Cinematography.
Yeah, it deserves it. No, you don't even need to know what the other nominations are. What were the other nominations?
I think Darkest Hour, I think. Even though that movie looked like it had freaking smoke used to, it looked like. It was all gray and it just looked depressing.
The only one that I wouldn't hate if it lost to was Shape of Water, because again, that looks amazing as well. But like if it lost,
it's
if
beautiful.
It lost to Darkest Hour or Mudbound, like that would be the most depressing thing of the entire event.
Yeah, Okay, so it's up against Dunkirk, Darkest Hour, Mudbound, and Shape of Water.
Dunkirk looked good as well, but again, like nothing compared to Blade Runner.
Haven't seen Mudbound yet, but I don't know if I should watch it before the Oscars
it's
because
good,
it isn't.
But like, there's really, it's like it just gets enough of the stuff right to say like, yeah, it's good. Like performances are good, it looks good, screenplay is decent. Like it's just like good. Like really nothing special about it except that like it just doesn't do much wrong, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I'm debating watching it before the Oscars because it is nominated for several categories. It's just that it's not going to win any of them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, cinematography is most likely going to go to Blade Runner or Shape of Water. Yeah. Hopefully Blade Runner.
Yes.
Best Supporting Actor is going to go to Lauren Metcalf for Allison Janney, so it's not going to win anything.
The only film that I need to see before, like, even though I know it's not that great, before like before the Oscars, I do want to see like Roman J. Israel Esquire just because Denzel was nominated for Best Actor. Like,
yeah, why would he get nominated for Best Actor?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I've heard it's not that great, but considering it's like it's Best Actor, I'm like, okay, I'll give it a watch. And I've heard like I've heard he was really good in the movie, so I'm like, I'll watch it for his performance. I'll see how it goes. It looks like a 5, 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I do stand by that. I think Denzel Washington is a bad person based on the messed up stuff he said about homosexuality.
Oh, what?
I still
stand. I didn't hear about that actually.
Oh yeah, he said like gay people don't deserve the right to get married.
Oh god, that's. Well,
as soon as I heard that, I was
like the thought process behind like some of those actions. Like, two people with penises can't like love each other. Oh, cry me a river.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get political with that, but I'm just saying it doesn't make sense, especially considering how, like, just homophobia doesn't even make sense anymore. And now that I know that a great actor is apparently not just like if he was just like a regular homophobe, I'd be like, okay, I don't know about how to feel with you as a person, but you're still a great actor. Yeah. But considering like the messed up stuff he said about homosexuality, I don't even know if I can even like just like support him anymore.
God,
but
yeah, I didn't know about that, but that is pretty bad.
Yeah. So not a lot of people do, and I bring it up every single time I say that Denzel Washington's a bad person, but he's a great actor.
Yeah.
I'll admit.
Yeah. So I didn't know about that. So that's
yeah, and the only thing I know about Roman J. Israel is that apparently there's maple turkey bacon donuts in it.
Ooh, now I have to see it.
Oh yeah, I brought that up, and you said there's like maple popcorn at your theater or something.
Oh yeah, they have bacon maple popcorn at my theater. I haven't tried it yet, but I will try it one day.
I'm moving to Australia. Fuck it.
You should. I don't know if it's worth it because it's like worth $15 for like just one small tub of it.
Oh, never mind. I'm staying in America.
Yeah. Okay.
Trump, bring that stuff over here, man.
Well, we can bring bring in the maple popcorn, but we can't enforce good gun laws.
Yeah, I don't want to get political with that either, but still. So that's still a big deal.
Yeah, Best Actress?
Oh yeah. Okay. My Google's messing up. Anyway, so yeah, Sally Hawkins is probably the second best performance of all these, right behind Frances McDormand. She was able to convey so much with not even saying anything. That's just so impressive.
Yeah, I thought she was great.
Margot Robbie was great, and I'm glad she finally has an Oscar nomination, but I don't know about win.
Yeah.
Like, she was great in I, Tonya.
She was really good in I, Tonya.
But, I mean, like, up against Frances McDormand, Saoirse Ronan, Sally Hawkins, I don't know.
Like, the only person I don't want to win is Meryl Streep. Like, I like her, but, like, God, it's like, it was a good performance, but God, it's like, you just nominate her because she's Meryl Streep.
I mean, who doesn't love Meryl Streep? It's just, she gets nominated every time she's in a movie. She can get nominated for Into the Woods.
Yeah. God. She could literally just... She'll get nominated for, like, having a picture of her in a movie someday. Just, here's a picture of Meryl Streep. Now give her an Oscar.
If she didn't get nominated... Did she get nominated for adaptation?
I don't think so.
I don't think she did.
I don't think so.
If she didn't, that would have pissed me off. That, like, a great performance from her in a really great movie didn't get nominated, but, like, a performance and, like, the Iron Lady gave her a win.
She's probably just got, like, a whole room. Just, like, she just stacks her Oscars by this point.
I don't even know how much she's even won.
God, how many has she won, actually? Let's have a look at this.
I don't know.
I'm going to Google this.
Oh, there we go. Best Actress. Okay, she did get nominated for adaptation. Good.
Okay, good. That is good, then.
won 3 Oscars. Okay, so
How many times has
she's been nominated like some times.
How many times has she been nominated?
Oh god, I don't even know if I want to count these. It's probably gonna be so much. Oh damn. I'm looking at the full list right now. It's like every 2 years she gets nominated.
It must be great being Meryl Streep. Like, not even have to try just to get a performance, just to get a good Oscar performance.
She is good in the post. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, she's
it's
good.
Like, who? Is there anyone you would have thrown in instead of her?
Not off the top of my head. Like, give me a minute. Let's have a see. Let me just. I'm sorry. I know I'm sounding hypocritical, but I need to look at like my list.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of some. Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, I could see that. She was really, really good in Molly's Game.
Maybe Vicky Krimes. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh wait, what was her name from Blade Runner? The robot girl.
Joy.
Yeah, Joy.
That's her character.
Yeah.
Anna de Armas.
Yeah. Well, maybe Elizabeth Olsen for Wind River. Maybe, I don't know. She was really good in that as well.
I haven't seen.
Wind River's great.
It's
great.
Yet, but,
I love what's his name, the screenwriter. I love Taylor Sheridan. He's like made Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's made 3 great modern day westerns that I love.
I've seen Sicario and Hell or High Water. I love them both.
Yes.
And I'm surprised he didn't get any nominations for Wind River. I'm surprised he wasn't nominated for anything.
Yeah. Did Taylor Sheridan get like nominated for anything before? Because like he's made like 2 amazing screenplays.
He got nominated for Best Original Screenplay for Hell or High Water. Deserved, in my opinion.
Yeah. Amazing. He makes great screenplays.
Speaking of screenplays, you want to go in the screenplay nominations?
Yes. Adapted screenplay?
Original screenplay. It's going to go to 3 Billboards. That's just what's going to happen. I mean, it'd be cool to see Lady Bird win because Lady Bird's a brilliantly written movie aside from the cliches.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like 3 Billboards is probably like a more tighter written movie. So I guess
3 Billboards. I think especially just because like how interesting all the characters are. I think that's why it should win. I feel like 3 Billboards should win. In terms of the other ones, Get Out, good screenplay. Shape of Water, great. Big Sick is like I think Big Sick might be the funniest movie I saw this last year, but it's if not one of, because like that was a film I had like not really high expectations going into, but that one I loved The Big Sick. It's so funny.
I like The Big Sick too. I showed my parents and my dad didn't like it and my mom like kind of liked it, but
yeah.
I mean, I noticed more flaws on the second watch, but it's still solid. It's a solid movie.
Yeah.
I think it's like 15 minutes too long, but I mean, it's an amazingly written movie, so I'm glad it got nominated for that at least.
Yeah. Ray Romano in that film is like the spirit animal.
That's the best I've seen from Ray Romano.
You know, there's some people online who doesn't like Forrest Gump. Freaking best movie ever.
Exactly. Oh my god, that line alone makes it deserve a best screenplay nomination.
I loved. Sorry, I just want to say I love that. Like somebody quoted that in their Big Sick review.
They did?
Yeah. Somebody put that quote in their Big Sick review on Letterboxd, and they said, "Oh God, I hope Ray Romano never finds Letterboxd."
Dude, oh my god, that sounds amazing. I looked that up later.
Yeah, it's funny.
But yeah, for the nominations, 3 Billboards is winning. But the thing is, Greta Gerwig, she did a great job writing Lady Bird. But she has other years. She's a first-time director. I'm sure she'll make other movies in the future that'll probably get her a win. But Mark McDonagh has been around for so long, and he's only made like 3 movies.
Yeah.
And I mean, In Bruges got nominated for Best Original Screenplay. Seven Psychopaths didn't for some reason.
Seven Psychopaths screenplay is like freaking one of the funniest movies of the decade.
I don't know why some people don't like Seven Psychopaths. It's like the easiest movie to love.
Yes, and Christopher Walken in that movie is so goddamn good.
So amazing.
Yes,
especially the police scene.
Oh, I love that scene so much.
That scene alone should have gotten a freaking Best Original Screenplay nomination, but it didn't, because I guess the screenplay and what was nominated that year? Something?
Something. I can't remember.
Yeah, there we go. Actually, Something was the best movie of the decade. That was like the stupidest joke I've ever made. But yeah.
Do you want to talk about adapted screenplay?
Yeah. Sure. that's what I was saying. This one's more interesting to talk about because, for one thing, the only nomination Logan has
is for adapted screenplay.
I kind of wish that it would have gotten nominated. Like, if I ran the Academy Awards, I would have taken out Denzel Washington and put in Hugh Jackman. I know it would make the Oscars look that to first, but I just feel that Hugh Jackman probably gave the better performance. So,
yeah.
But I'm glad that it is nominated for screenplay because the screenplay is good in Logan. But it's not going to win, obviously. But
speaking of
Disaster Artist.
Speaking of Hugh Jackman getting nominated, can we just take out like Denzel Washington or Gary Oldman and just have him be nominated, not for Logan, but just for his performance in Prisoners? Because like that's the most amazing performance he's ever given, and he didn't even get nominated.
How did he not get nominated?
I don't think Prisoners got like any nominations, and that's like
it didn't.
Did it? Did it get any nominations?
That is a snub.
That
is a snub if I've ever seen one.
I actually think I think Prisoners is one of the best films of like the past 10 years in my opinion.
Oh my god, dude, same here. I love that movie so fucking much.
Oh man, like
I was rewatching the scene where he's like hitting the sink with a hammer while he's holding up Dano. It instantly reminded me of everything I love about that movie.
Yeah, incredible.
How did it not get nominated?
Incredible scene.
That's like I think it got nominated for cinematography, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Roger Deakins,
like
he's automatically
best cinematographer working today, in my opinion.
And it's like last year they gave Denis Villeneuve the Oscar attention, but this year they didn't. Well, I mean, because it's for like a completely different movie to do so with, so I guess that's why. But
yeah.
He's got other years, I'm sure. Like I think he's making a new movie this year with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh yeah, it's called The Sun, which just because it's Jake Gyllenhaal and Denis Villeneuve, it's like automatically one of my most anticipated.
Yeah. And I would put in my most anticipated 2018 list, but I don't think there's a year for it yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's directed like one movie every single year, or at least he's had a movie come out every single year. So
I'm sure it will come out this year, but since we know nothing about it so far, who knows? It probably could get pushed back, but we'll see.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not. It'd be awesome if he could continue his 1-year movie streak.
He's also doing a remake of Dune, which is like the perfect director for it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if David Lynch can make it work, who knows if Denis Villeneuve can make it work? But
hopefully,
we'll see what happens.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And Disaster Artist, amazing screenplay.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's a really funny one I enjoyed.
Yeah, really great poking fun at the room, so I'm glad it's nominated. And Molly's Game, great screenplay.
I think Aaron Sorkin should win for adapted screenplay because he's just great. I think because it's like I feel like he just deserves it because of how well he's able to make his screenplays.
Yeah. I mean, Calling by Her Name is probably going to win this because, I mean, like, it's a big Oscar movie. I mean, don't get me wrong, the screenplay is great in Calling by Her Name. It's just, as much as I love the movie, I don't know if it'd be, like, the best out of all of them.
Yeah.
Like, I think that in terms of just screenplay in general, in terms of the movie, Calling by Her Name is the best out of all these. But in terms of screenplay, probably I'd say the Disaster Artist or Molly's Game could probably take it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Disaster Artist or Molly's Game didn't feature like the peach scene, so I take it back to Call Me by Your Name deserves it.
Yeah. I mean that's something that I thought would probably turn off the Academy Awards, but whatever. So best adapted is going to Calling by Her Name, best original is going to Three Billboards. What else do you want to talk about? It's about time before we got to this.
Animated feature. Okay.
A category I usually don't care about, but I care about this year because they did something interesting.
Okay, so I'll give it credit. Even though I'm not fond of the movie, I like that they nominated Loving Vincent because it was not as well known.
Especially like hand-painted animated movie. The first one.
Yeah, but even though I don't think Loving Vincent's very good, like for me, I admired like some of the stuff in it, but the thing is, despite the fact that I admire they were able to like paint every single scene, it always came across as like a bit jarring because everything is always moving and it's kind of hard to concentrate. Also, it also kind of has a bit of an uncanny valley to it effect, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but some of the voice acting, like the majority of the acting is fine. But there's like, it's for me, whenever I hear a voice of an actor, I'm never like, oh, that's a character. I'm always like, oh, hey, there's Chris O'Dowd. Oh, hey, there's Saoirse Ronan. I never saw like a character. I just saw an actor. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that I can imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, the big thing that everyone's talking about, The Boss Baby and Ferdinand, or mainly The Boss Baby, is an Oscar-nominated movie.
The Boss Baby. The Boss Baby.
With Alec Baldwin as a talking baby.
You know what? I just realized something, because, like, Jimmy Kimmel voices, like, the dad in that movie, and by the way,
I was just about to bring that up!
Yeah, his voice acting is terrible, but I want to hear I wonder what his reaction would be, because isn't Jimmy Kimmel, like, hosting the Oscars again?
Yep. That's what I was just about to bring up.
That'll be
Maybe
interesting.
that had something to do with it. Maybe that. I mean, and what do you mean by his voice acting is terrible? Like you just hear Jimmy Kimmel.
I thought like his voice acting was really bad in that movie. It's like it just never. It just sounded bad in my opinion. I don't know.
Just because it just sounded like Jimmy Kimmel and he didn't put any effort into it.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, he's a talk show. He's not really used to voice acting. But I looked it up. Apparently, he was the voice of a Monsters vs. Aliens. Don't remember hearing his voice, but I don't know. So yeah, also Ferdinand for some reason is nominated.
Never saw it,
but I actually hear that movie's decent.
I heard okay things from it. I never saw it. Probably never will, so I can't say anything. Breadwinner, I actually really do want to see.
I don't know anything about it, but I mean, I'll check it out based on
partly
some of the small
partly
stuff,
because it's based off a book. And I actually had to read that book for school, and the book was okay. Nice. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch the movie now. So sure.
I mean, the obvious winner here, it's Coco.
Yeah.
But...
The sad part is like, I think I didn't love Coco that much. I thought it was like fine. I thought it was like a good movie, but there was a lot of plot holes in my opinion.
I understand why someone can hate Coco.
I didn't hate it. I did not hate it whatsoever. I
don't necessarily mean hate, just like not care for it because it does suffer from some of the Pixar tropes.
Yeah,
but
I felt like a lot of the stuff, there was a lot of cliches and plot holes, but for me, like the animation is like incredible, and I enjoyed the characters.
I guess they should have like a couple more categories for animation, like best animation.
Yeah.
Like best cinematography for animated movies, and then in that case, I guess Coco or Living Vincent can win.
Yeah.
And then have just like a full-on best animated feature film. But
exactly.
I mean, even though I'm not like pissed at the Boss Baby. I'm like, why would I get upset that the Boss Baby's not for an Oscar? That's like the stupidest thing to get mad about. But still, I mean, what else would have taken its spot though? Oh yeah, Lego Batman. Yeah. There we go.
Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie.
Maybe.
I wouldn't have minded. Have you seen Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie?
Not yet, but I'm glad that it got made.
Oh, dude, it's like one of the most sweet and like endearing movies I saw all year. It was like, it's really enjoyable. Sorry, I'm kind of butted in.
Okay,
but yeah, Lego Batman
needed to
be nominated because that film, like, I just love that film so much.
Yeah, it's hard not to love it.
Yeah.
Also, I think I'm gonna start adding other people who would be in the podcast in here. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Did you see any of the other documentaries?
No. But is Spielberg nominated?
No. Despite that was like my favorite documentary. Three of my favorite documentaries last year weren't even nominated.
Oof. What was nominated?
The only one that I have seen is Icarus, which I thought was okay.
I haven't heard of any of these.
Strong Island, Abacus, Last Man in Apollo, Faces Places. I've heard of Faces Places, and I've heard of Strong Island. I haven't heard of the other two. I saw Icarus. Like, that was an okay one of my... apparently, I heard some people really enjoyed it. Like, I only watched it because a lot of people were talking about it, and it was on Netflix. And the thing is, it's really interesting for, like, the first third. And then after that, I just couldn't keep up with anything, and I just got bored. But the first third's interesting, so I can't say. So, whatever.
Looking at some of these other nominations. Okay. Any other ones you want to bring up? Oh, Best Porn Actress. Why not?
Sure.
Another nomination for Fan Thread. So awesome. Oh wait. Oh, this is my Best Original Score. We'll get to that in a minute. But
yeah.
Allison Janney or Laura Metcalf should win this one, in my opinion. But
I don't know. I think Laurie Metcalf should get it.
Yeah, Laurie Metcalf. Alison Janney already has a Globe, and despite that, I loved her performance in that. I think Laurie Metcalf deserves it for Lady Bird.
Yeah. Yeah. But since Laurie Metcalf's like a lesser known name, she probably won't win. But it'd be cool if she won.
Yeah. Original score.
Okay. So, yeah, original score. For one thing, I don't know why Blade Runner 2049 isn't nominated, but at least Hans Zimmer is nominated for Dunkirk.
Yep.
Which that's one of the best scores of the year.
Definitely.
It added to the experience. It's one of the things that added to the experience of Dunkirk, so that alone should give it a nomination. But I don't know what before I saw it Panther, I was just like, oh, give it to Alexander Desplat, even though I'm glad that he has a big chance of getting an Oscar. I feel that Johnny Greenwood should probably take it.
For
I've listened to that score. Yeah, I've listened to that score so many times ever since I saw Phantom Thread. I love that score so much.
I think the Phantom Thread score is great. I really like the Three Billboards one. I think Dunkirk is great. But for me, I'm more prompt to Shape of Water, actually. I love the music in Shape of Water. Especially the main theme and Eliza's theme. I think those are literally incredible. But I'm also, I as much as as geeky as it is, I still loved John Williams' score for Star Wars. Easy one to say, but it's still an incredible score.
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious because he also got nominated for The Force Awakens, and it's John Williams.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
So
he's amazing. So to be honest, I'm fine with if any of these win because they're all three fantastic scores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm DMing some people to call into my Anchor account so they can join a recording and we can make this a full podcast. But until then, we're still talking about the Oscar nominations.
Yeah.
What else is there to talk about? Oh, cinematography. Oh, we already talked about
that.
Never mind. But Blade Runner should get it.
Blade Runner or Shape of Water if Blade Runner doesn't win.
Yeah. Is there anything else to talk about?
Did you see any of the foreign movies?
Not yet, but I do want to. I am surprised that Mikhail Haneke, or however you pronounce his name, Happy End isn't nominated.
Haven't seen. I saw the first 20 minutes of The Square and got bored. I'm sorry.
I haven't seen it yet, but the 2.5 hour runtime.
Yeah, I was like, do I want to watch this for 2 more hours? I'm like, nah. Fuck that.
I'm okay with, I love long movies as long as if I'm into them, I can't get enough of how much there's to it. But sometimes a 2.5 hour runtime can put me off if it's a movie I don't know what I'll think.
Exactly. Of it. That's what happened with me in Scrub. Just I'll watch it 10 years later. I'll watch it. I'll watch it when I'm 70 and I'm bored.
Yeah, I mean, but I have heard of a lot of the foreign films that came out last year.
Yes. I've heard mixed things on Body and Soul. I've heard some people don't think it's all that great.
So I haven't seen a foreign film from last year, but I'm surprised Mikhail Haneke's new film didn't get nominated. But I can't tell if it's because no one had seen it, because I don't know how much of a release it got. I remember it just around the time that it was supposed to come out. It was just I think it came out somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, I think I remember YMS saw it at TIFF, so
Yeah,
somebody must have seen it.
Yeah, but it didn't get recognized by the Academy or anything. Well, I haven't seen it, so I can't say that. But he is a legend in foreign language film. According from what I've heard about his films.
I've yet to see a movie of his.
Same here, but apparently he's great. So, and he gets nominated by the foreign language thing. In fact, I don't know if you remember, but back in 2013, one of his films actually got nominated for Best Picture.
Mm-hmm. Wait, which film?
Yeah, Amour.
Oh right, yeah. It's still saved on my Netflix thing. Yeah, I want to watch that one.
I'm surprised it got. Yeah, same here. I'm surprised it got nominated for Best Picture, but it's cool that it did.
Yeah.
I think that and Life is Beautiful, and I believe Amelie are the only times that foreign films got nominated for Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, anything else we want to talk about?
Not really, but I'll keep looking. Visual effects, why not?
What's nominated?
Wait, Star Wars, Kong Skull Island, Guardians of the Galaxy, War for the Planet of the Apes, and Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
I haven't seen.
For me,
yeah, I haven't seen War for the Planet of the Apes, but I'm assuming it's like the effects that I've seen.
The effects are incredible.
They look amazing.
There's like there's like a snow thing at the end that looks pretty bad, but other than that, like it looks incredible. I didn't love the movie, but the effects are like, I'm legitimately saying some of the effects are actually groundbreaking.
Okay.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy looks great. Star Wars looks great, but yeah, Blade Runner takes the cake.
Yeah,
I'll be depressed if Kong Skull Island wins.
Wait, do you not like Kong Skull Island?
Not a fan. I found it incredibly mediocre.
It's a guilty pleasure for me, but I can understand why a lot of people like despise it because the characters are kind of bad. It does all the things that the King Kong remake from 2005 did great. Like it did in a way that was just like not as good. So
yeah,
I can understand that.
Yeah,
but okay,
not like the worst thing ever, but it's like I just found it very average.
Yeah, but something that I want to bring up, is that I'm sorry, Best Editing, which Baby Driver is nominated.
And what are the other nominations for that?
Shape of Water, okay, so Shape of Water, Dunkirk, 3 Billboards, and I, Tonya.
Yeah, Baby Driver. No chance. Baby Driver needs to win. I hope it wins so much.
Yep.
Yeah, love Baby Driver.
Oh my god, I love Baby Driver so much. And Best Editing of the Year. If they recognize the editing, surely they'll give it an Oscar. So it better win.
Yeah.
Name better editing than that this year.
Go
ahead. Try.
I don't
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think there was much better. I don't think there was much better editing than that.
Mm-hmm. It's Edgar Wright, for Christ's sake.
Yes, Daddy Wright. Oh, I probably said this, but like when I saw Baby Driver for the first time, I saw it at like a special screening where Edgar Wright was there to intro the night.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Oh, dude,
you lucky bastard!
Oh my god, I
no offense.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I get that a lot actually.
But
he
you lucky.
Yeah, I know. It was incredible. It was incredible. He didn't it wasn't like a Q&A, but he was just standing there like, this is my movie, and this is the blah, blah, blah. But
that's my movie, that's my life.
Yeah, I was about to say it. But he said, I still remember one thing that he said that made everyone laugh. He was talking about like he was glad that the movie was successful and like that wasn't, despite that it wasn't based on anything, because he says like a lot of the movies today, like they're very successful, but like the problem is it's always part 5.
Yeah.
And not naming names, but giant robots.
Yeah. I'm surprised that do you remember when they made a trailer advertising the Oscars and then they showed like Transformers 5 as like a movie to show for
Did they do that?
No, they had a trailer for the Oscars saying like, the Oscars are coming March 4th. They showed like clips from older Oscars and they showed clips from big movies that came out that year, like Transformers: The Last Night.
Ew, gross. That just makes my skin crawl.
I can't believe they did that. Why would they do that?
Was that okay?
Actually, wait.
Sorry, you go.
No, I there was something in my head. I think I could be 100% wrong, but I could have sworn I saw this. I think a clip from Daddy's Home 2 was on there. Oh my god, that would have been so
Oscar-worthy Daddy's Home 2.
The Oscar-worthy Transformers: The Last Night. Best actor goes to Mark Wahlberg. Boogie Nights' The Departed who? Actually, okay, so here's something I need to do. I think I'm probably gonna have to end this particular recording because I think other people are trying to call in here and they can't.
I actually, Brian, before you go, I might actually have to go now.
Okay, bye then.
Well, good talking to you about the Oscars. I'll try.
I can't wait for the actual Oscars.
Yep, I'm hoping. I can't wait for all the disappointment.
Yeah.
I'll have a listen to the podcast that you make with everybody else later.
Okay. And this was recording, so I'll probably.
Oh.
Oh. Hey, man.
Hey, is this working now?
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh. Hey, what's up? We got. Yeah, I remember back when we were thinking about making a podcast like this called The Ticket Booth.
Pretty much the same thing.
And yeah, now it's reunited. Nice.
Yep. Here we are again.
Yes. We'll make sure not to.
Yeah, you better.
Don't worry. So yeah, what's been new?
With me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Krimes and I watched Crank.
Oh yeah.
There's a thing.
I still need to see Crank.
It's amazing. It's a beautiful movie.
Seems like a masterpiece.
Oh, it is. It most definitely is.
And also, one thing I recently found out about Crank that I thought was worth mentioning is that apparently a special feature on the Blu-ray was to like family-friendly audio, so they just like toned down the language, but the violence is still there. I don't know what their motive was when doing that. I think they just did that it was obviously as a joke, and it's a funny thing to do. But I don't even know who. I don't know. And then I heard just somewhere that apparently in the family-friendly audio, someone calls Jason Statham a freaking mother freaker. So that just sounds amazing. Just imagine that, like a Christian version of Crank.
Oh God! It would take out the most pivotal scene in the movie.
I just imagine a Pure Flix remake of Crank.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Oh my God.
I'd watch that.
Hey, Pure Flix, if you're somehow listening to this, which I doubt you are, but if you somehow are, please do a remake of Crank. Thanks.
Please do. I'd appreciate it. I would definitely. I can't wait to see them reuse that stock footage from I'm Not Ashamed.
Yeah,
with the shooters going down. Beautiful.
I was in Target one time and I just like put a picture up that said at Rocket Vulture, they have your favorite movie of all time here.
It's beautiful.
I hid it behind copies of Suicide Squad.
Who would not, man? Who would not?
Hate I'm Not Ashamed.
Why?
I don't know.
Why do you hate it? It's such a good movie. What is wrong with you?
It's so powerful. You're a terrible person for not liking this movie because that's such a deep message.
Definitely a Criterion.
It's about Jabibis, so you fucked up there.
It's about Jabibis.
What, do you hate Jesus?
What are you?
Christian movie.
You know what's a pretty good Christian movie?
What?
Frank.
Antichrist?
This movie I like to called God's Not Dead, and God's Not Dead 2.
And God's Not Dead 3.
Oh God, yes. I can't wait.
Oh my God.
God's Not Dead trilogy. It's gonna be like when Jesus came back after he died.
Imagine a series of God's Not Dead films, but it's as big as the James Bond series.
Oh my God.
That'd be amazing. I would want to see Jesus like take down Satan, flying down to a mountain in a jet plane.
Oh, I thought you meant a James Bond God's Not Dead crossover.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
That'd be amazing though.
I would want to watch James Bond shove a cross inside somebody. That'd be amazing. Oh God! So, have y'all watched any Kino lately?
No. What do you mean?
Kino is movies.
Oh, I thought you meant necessarily like movie, like I don't know, because there's like this brand called Kino Movies, so I thought you meant that.
Oh no.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. I forced my friend to watch the masterpiece that is Pink Flamingos.
Wait, what?
Pink Flamingos is pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I saw a couple movies in theaters.
What did you see?
I saw The Greatest Showman, or as I like to call it, The Greatest Homeman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, the musical numbers and some performances stop it from being like a completely mediocre movie.
I felt the exact opposite. I felt the dance numbers and the songs just were the nail in the coffin for it just being an average bore. I don't know.
Yeah.
I rewatched Wonder, which is one of the most overrated movies I've ever seen. I still kind of enjoy it, but when I rewatched it, I realized that the actors and actresses in the movie were just overacting.
Wait. Here, I just want to ask you a question. Does Owen Wilson say "wow"?
Wow.
I think.
Wow, he says wow. I'm pretty sure he does. I remember in Wonder, I saw it early, and he was just like, "Look at my son. He has a deformity on his face. Wow."
Wait, really? Oh my god.
If he did, that would have been like, wow.
I was disappointed he didn't say "wow" in Inherent Vice.
I was disappointed when he didn't say "wow" in 3 Billboards.
What? That was Woody Harrelson, man.
Oh.
Oh wait, did you actually just get that wrong?
No, I did not. I know my 3 Billboards, okay? Do you?
Yes.
How come Chief Willoughby what? How come Chief Willoughby what?
Oh yeah, Sam Rockwell and his love for saying "what" in all of his movies.
Oh, he says
like wheat thins.
Yeah, actually, what is the new "wow"?
Wow.
He says what in Moon.
Yeah, he says "what" like 4 times.
What?
Please make that the new "wow."
What?
Wow.
If he doesn't say "what" as George Bush, I will literally burn the theater down.
What? What are you doing in there? Why are you doing this? Why are you coming to bother me right now with the Rocky theme song?
Speaking of which, I just bought Rocky today. And it has the greatest face of Stallone ever.
Oh, beautiful. Gene, wait, real quick. Gene, what did you think of 3 Billboards? He said it was better than the Wiggles.
What?
Did you like Sam Rockwell?
What?
He was the guy. He was Dixon. He was Wild Bill.
He's the guy who said what?
He said he liked him, but he didn't like. He thought Francis McDormand was okay. Everybody else was okay, but Sam Rockwell was good. And he did not know where the movie was gonna go. That's about it.
My favorite scene, although it's a big spoiler, I'm not gonna say it.
We've all seen it. Oh well, but for the people listening.
Yeah, but it's a scene involving Dixon and a window.
Well, I mean, that scene's in the trailer, so
yeah, it's not really a spoiler. I think that's a really good scene, but it's not the best scene. I think the best scene involves some billboards and a fire, and she's like, "Robbie!" And then Lucas Hedge is just like, "Damn, Frances McDormand just made me her bitch." That's the best scene in that movie.
Throughout that whole movie, he looks like he has no idea what's going on.
He's like trying very hard not to laugh. That's what I noticed.
That's every Lucas Hedges movie, kind of. I mean, especially in Manchester by the Sea. I mean,
it wasn't enough that she was raped, and it wasn't enough she died. Died while raping. Thanks, Mom. And I was like, damn, cinema.
That's some quality cinema right there.
Oh my god, the chicken scene in Manchester was just... God.
Oh my god. He almost ruined that movie.
He ruined the movie for me, but there were other things that ruined it.
Well, yeah, I remember you were going on a huge rant about Manchester by the Sea, but personally, my biggest problem, Lucas Hedges.
Lucas Hedges, the editing.
Well, yeah.
It's so...
one fire scene that you guys love.
The fire scene's editing is absolute garbo.
There's so many cuts.
Isn't there cuts every 5 seconds?
Oh my god, it's like why? There's too many cuts in that scene. It's jarring, and it infects my eyeballs, and I don't like it. But did y'all hear about this one movie? This one movie I don't think any of y'all heard about. It's called La La Land.
No, I don't think I've heard of that. What's it about?
It's about this boy named Ryan Gosling, and he saves Jizz, and he's like, "Damn, I just saved Jizz."
Isn't that the movie where Jerry Seinfeld says you like jazz?
Yes, he's like, yo. There's the Jerry Seinfeld cameo that everybody missed. He's one of the people on the freeway, if you notice. He's the guy who's jumping around.
Isn't that the movie about jazz, but there's no black people?
It's the movie about jazz that people freaked out because there were no black people in it, okay?
Okay, actually, even being unironic, those people are lying. John Legend's in the movie. In the opening scene, there are African Americans in the background. Are those people, like, blind?
I think it's kind of funny that they bitched about La La Land, but Manchester by the Sea has actually no black people in it.
Well,
Not exaggerating.
Yeah. Actually,
and Boom, nothing but black people in it.
I like how La La Land is filled with white people and Moonlight is filled with black people. And
I love how the only colors in La La Land are from the costumes. 10 out of 10.
yeah. So yeah. Oh,
So,
awkward
yeah.
silence.
So Criterion.
Criterion? Somebody say King?
Did somebody say Criterion?
Let's just talk Criterion.
Yeah, it's in the room.
Criterions are my fetish.
Oh yeah, Criterions are so good.
My favorite movie of all time is on Criterion.
So is mine, boyo.
What?
All of our
Give me a
favorite
second.
movies are on Criterion.
No, wait. Oh, Krimes, did you know my favorite movie isn't Trainspotting anymore?
What?
Hello, people.
I'm
What's
here.
what happened?
Slow.
I died for a second. Brazil is the best movie of all time, and it's on Criterion. Go buy it.
Oh, fuck yeah. I want to.
My sister owns it because she loves that movie.
It's so
Wait,
good.
what, really?
Remember,
Your
I
sister
bought
owns
it
it?
and then I gave it to my sister.
It's so fucking good. It's not even
No.
funny. It's
That's me with Punch Drunk Love. That's my favorite movie now.
Punch Drunk Love's your
movie is The Graduate.
God.
Well, I mean, Trainspotting is my second favorite movie now, and Punch Drunk Love is my first.
Well, I guess I have to be original and have my favorite movie not be on Criterion. So my favorite movie is no longer Brazil. It's Lovers on the Bridge. So
My
y'all
favorite
can-
movie is no. Actually, I just realized my favorite movie is no longer Punch Drunk Love. My favorite movie is
the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, the Emoji Movie. Thanks for reminding me. The movie's so good. I don't even know if I need to say the title.
It
Oh my
doesn't.
God.
It's so good. You could just call it TEM. Tem.
That movie's so good it made Adam cut out.
Oh my God, he just like gave up on life.
He can't handle the awesomeness of emojis.
He can't handle the Kino.
It's like
It's
people
just too good.
people were saying that Patrick Stewart got snubbed for Best Actor for the emoji. I mean, for Logan, bro, they're lying. He should have got nominated for Emoji Movie. That was such a deep, complicated performance. He prepared for that.
Don't you remember when he said, "We're number 2, we're number 2," and I was like, "Damn."
Yeah,
Kino.
I remember.
Beautiful.
I watched that movie on a Rabbit stream. I kind
Yes.
of want to have my own Rabbit stream for it.
I watched that movie on Pornhub,
Yeah. Wait, were you serious? Oh yeah, it's right. It was on there.
and I watched it, and it was one of the worst experiences I've ever seen.
Is it still on there?
I think they took it down, but it was up there for like a good 2 weeks, and I was like, "Damn, Kino."
I think probably the best one of those things where they ironically put a movie on Pornhub was B Movie because it catered to those B Movie memes. It was like B Movie, but it's on Pornhub and there is no porn.
This is a rhythm of the night.
Also, Moana was on Pornhub for a bit.
Fuck Moana. Moana sucked. Not gonna lie.
Though to some people who have a fetish for The Rock.
Some people who like canned grills.
Yeah. Or some people who like 16-year-old people or girls who sing and are now famous.
Oh, ripperoni. That was kind of spooky. I regret that immediately.
What happened?
Uh, 6-year-old grill.
Oh wait. Oh, I see. You brought up something about the race of one. I see.
The race of moon. She is a tan. She is the best grill. No, she is not, because she learns absolutely nothing by the end of the story.
Yeah.
It's almost like the it was pointless. So did The Rock. He learned absolutely nothing.
What can I talk except I'm welcome?
What can I shout except you're welcome? It's amazing.
That is true Kino right there.
It's Kino, my Kino person who also watches Kino? Question mark?
I have so much Kino in this room, it's insane.
You peep Marketa Lazarova yet? Or what?
Wait, what? I didn't hear you.
You peep Marketa Lazarova yet? Or what?
I don't know what you're saying.
Marketa Lazarova.
Wait, what is that? Sorry if I'm making myself look
It's Kino. Just look it up on Letterboxd. Marketa, Marketa, then space Lazarova, Lazarova. It's amazing. So long though.
Wait a minute. How do you spell that?
Okay, give me a minute. I gotta answer a call.
Okay.
Again, here we go. Take 4.
Oh wait, are you ready to be back on here?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
There's
So
Adam.
yeah. Actually, I don't know. He seems to not be picking up.
I guess he went to sleep.
Yeah. It says he lagged out.
Oh, oof.
His internet connection couldn't handle the Kino.
It's too Kino.
Yeah. And I record
Any of your
a lot
followers?
Wait, what?
Any of your followers gonna join?
Well, actually, I think I probably should, just in case like anyone else wants to be on here, because I was originally just gonna have it be like one section of audio I could record on here with like 4 other people who I follow, but since I'm just like having a ton of people and like random amounts of audio that I can record, then might as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, I'll make a tweet about that. So.
Make a tweet.
Yes. Hello. Oh, Adam's back.
Adam's back.
He lagged out because his internet connection couldn't handle the quality Kino that me and Krimes were talking about.
Yeah, the quality Kino of the Emoji Movie.
Yeah,
so good.
And Marketa Lazarova, which I just looked up, and I add to my watch list.
It's amazing.
It's long as hell.
But it's beautiful as hell.
Can't wait. See, rated 4.5.
Yes, it's pretty amazing.
Can't wait, boy.
Speaking of ratings, let's all discuss why the best ratings are the full star rating system. It's so good.
It's so amazeballs.
I know, it's like, hey, you like a movie, but you don't like it enough to give it a 4-star? Give it a 3-star then. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I fucking hate that system.
Actually, something I just realized that if I want other people to also record audio here on Anchor, then I'm gonna have to end this in order to have them come on here. So I guess we can just keep this going for now. And if I feel like doing this later on, I could probably have some other people come on. So I'll just keep it for now. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
working on a script. It's a nice thing to.
Nice. I could.
Huh?
I've been thinking about ideas that I could probably write, but not talented enough.
I am somewhat talented, so I am just writing down. What I have so far, it's a couple of I cannot speak of them because legally it would put me in danger.
Why?
Because it's a mock kind of doc kind of thing involving this really interesting story I found. And
I see where you're going with that.
It's almost an I, Tonya thing, except it's going to be good, I hope.
Ooh, that's a hot take if I've ever seen one.
It's not good.
I like I, Tonya.
It's not good.
I guess I have crappy taste.
You do, if you like I, Tonya. Because it's discount Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, I can admit that. It is kind of like trying a little bit too hard to be like Wolf of Wall Street, especially with the voiceover. But, I mean, it does do that well for the most part, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I just think the quality kind of drops for a lot of it because it's very... there's a lot of funny scenes that are not intentionally funny.
Oh.
Like, oh my god, remember when she's like, I did it! Or like, they're arguing at the table and she's like, you skated like a ballless bull dyke or something like that, and then she threw the knife in her arm and I was like, damn, this is hilarious. Me and my friend fucking Dylan were dead when we were watching it on Rabbit, and I was like, this is amazing.
It's like in Hacksaw Ridge when the kid hit his brother with a rock, and it was supposed to be like sad, but it ended up being funny.
No, it was in Hacksaw Ridge when he was dragging Vince Vaughn across the battlefield.
No. It was in Hacksaw Ridge when that guy fucking used like a corpse without arms and legs as a shield. He like picked it up.
It's like when in Hacksaw Ridge he kicked a grenade and killed people, even though that was against his code of honor, or his code. And he didn't think twice about it.
Wouldn't that count? Wouldn't that count as like, going against your code if you like kick a grenade at people? That would count.
So bad. So bad. So bad.
I against my better judgment, against also saying that I have bad taste, I actually do kind of like Hacksaw Ridge a little bit. It's just there are some parts in the movie that are so ridiculously cheesy that could have been cut, but I mean, at the same time, I'm kind of glad they're in there in case I want to laugh at them.
Oh my god, I like absolutely nothing from Hacksaw Ridge. It's Hacksaw, got him.
Like if I want, I'm sorry.
No, you go.
I was just about to be like, if I wanted to pull up a movie scene, was like, hey, there's this scene in a movie where this guy fucking uses a corpse as a shield.
You could just say Brawl on Cell Block 99, which is better, but neither of them are good.
No, wait, you gave Brawl on Cell Block 99 a lower rating.
Did I? I'm pretty sure I gave both of them like 2 or a 2.5.
What was bad about Brawl on Cell Block 99? I haven't seen it yet.
It's okay, so there's a lot of issues with it. There are some good things. There's a subversion with the main character that really works incredibly well. He understands that he got himself into the situation. Yes. Give me a second. Yep. I am coming back to the seat where I sit and I talk about movies. Okay, I'm back. Brawl on Cell Block 99.
Yes.
It's not good. The color grading is absolute garbage. Vince Vaughn does not do a convincing job whatsoever. People say it's allowed to be bad and cheesy because it has a grindhouse influence, but it honestly doesn't make anything acceptable.
That's like the worst reason to say that a movie's bad. It's like, oh, it was trying to be bad because they wanted to. I mean, if it's like, there are certain times where it can work if you like try it and you know that. But if it's just like a movie where that's just what happens to be influenced by like cheesy stuff, and you just make it just like a garbage movie, then that's not an excuse whatsoever.
It's like desperate. That's the best way I could put it. It's just very uninspired, boring, and bland, and it takes all the worst elements of the Grindhouse era and puts it into one movie. Even the gore, which like in Bone Tomahawk is done pretty well. It's probably the best thing about that movie.
Yeah.
It's very lackluster. Like, you could tell it's all rubber, and it doesn't look real. But that's up to the Grindhouse influence, and I'm like, still stupid as shit.
I don't know how to feel about Hollywood trying to make Vince Vaughn a thing.
It's not working.
I would also actually, I don't know, that movie probably is nowhere near as good as Chips, but
Oh my god.
Chips is a masterpiece. What are you talking about?
Oh, Adam, you still here?
We could not succeed.
Yeah.
Huh?
Dude, Chips is like the best movie ever made.
He's just breathing. Don't you remember when their dongs were touching and he was like, damn, look at this Dutch angle?
Do you remember when
beautiful.
the 5-minute conversation scene about eating ass? That's my favorite part.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate Chips. I hate everybody.
I watched it ironically because I wanted to for the memes.
Oh god.
And I hit
Get me here
and it gave and what the me thinking. Wait, Adam, were you saying something?
No, it's fine.
I was just saying that me watching it, I just thought in my mind all the reasons why I hate myself. Number one, I watched Chips. Number 2, I watched Chips. Number 3, I watched Chips. Number 4, why?
Sounds about right. That's basically all I Dylan in our rabbit streams. Yeah. I hate you. Why do I let you do this to me? Why do you do this to me?
Yeah.
That's pretty much all of our conversation in the rabbit. It's like, because I hate you.
It felt like 5 hours long. It's only like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yep, it drags.
Because most of the movie is just 5-minute conversation scenes about sexual stuff, and it's just, and it feels like it's written by like a 5-year-old, which I like raunchy humor when it works. It's just here, it literally feels like it's being written by like a 5-year-old who just likes saying penis.
Penis, it's so funny.
It's such a funny word. I think it's German.
I think it's Australian-ish? Maybe Germanag? Or possibly
Actually, in the background, I'm looking through your Letterboxd ratings just because I'm curious to see. And I see that you've rated the Oscar-nominated The Boss Baby 1 star.
It's not good, that's why.
Dude, but it's Oscar-nominated, though. That's like a seal of approval.
I don't care. I just
kidding, that's sarcasm. Sorry.
I know. It's just, I don't care. I really don't. I'm giving up on Letterboxd for like a week or two. I'm gonna chill out because I
they gave the Alec Baldwin Baby movie an Oscar nomination. The Boss Baby. Oh my god, The Boss Baby now has more Oscar nominations than Good Time. And I just think that's just,
it's funny.
That makes me just give up on life.
It has less Razzies than Mother.
Oh, but I don't know.
My 5 stars are Kino.
Yes. How many 5 stars do you even give? You haven't seemed to give that much.
26. I've only given 26.
Brazil's one of them. Wait, Kill 'Em with Sacred Deer is one, right? Still haven't watched it because I hate myself.
3 Billboards used to be a 5-star, but it's a 4.1.
Why did you change it, sir?
It was amazing, but then it kind of got less amazing, and it's still pretty amazing, but it's not as amazing as it was the first time I saw it.
I understand. Film festival. Wait, you saw it at a film festival?
What happened?
Boy.
Yeah, I did.
Would have been awesome.
I was like, damn, Martin McDonough doing a Q&A after the film? What's up?
That's lit.
I know, it was lit like the billboards. Hey.
Nice.
Robert! Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Don't you remember? Oh, we can't like 3 Billboards, guys. It's racist. Because you see, Sam Rockwell plays a racist, and I can't relate to racists because they're not.
It's just it's too dirty for me. I would like
when he says the N-word.
Oh my god, my dog's barking. Dash, stop.
Remember when he's like, it's persons of color torturing nowadays.
Oh my god, that's so offensive.
But then he's like, I said persons of color torturing. She said a bad word torturing. I said you can't say bad word torture no more. You got to say persons of color torture. And then everybody was like, "Oh, that's racist." And I'm just like here, like, that's the point. So
yeah. And also, I just want to say something. You can't like Mother because it's sexist.
because they beat Jennifer Lawrence.
It's not like there's another female character or anything. No, there's just one female character who gets beaten to the ground, and then so it's automatically sexist.
So sexist.
Darren
like
Aronofsky, that sexist pig.
But don't you want to talk about the hottest take of the year, of last year? I Love You, Daddy.
Oh, yeah. The movie that stars, number one, the man who is loved by
Hollywood.
the one who... I'm starting here. The man who is loved by women everywhere more than anyone, Louis C.K.
Oh yes, this boy. I love him. The movie was really good. I'm not gonna pretend I didn't like it because
wait,
controversial.
You rated 4 stars.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's not.
Everyone's like giving it bad ratings. I'm assuming they're probably just giving it bad ratings just because Louis C.K. is a pervert. So.
That's a big fraction of them, but it's also it's a really good movie. It's really.
I can say the same thing about 9 Lives. It may star Kevin Spacey, but it's the best movie of all time. 9 Lives is legit Kino.
It's good. That's all it is. It's really.
I'll watch it at some point.
It's really good. Yeah. You should. So good.
No, you know what?
They have Charlie Always Sunny. It's the best part about it. Basically, Todd from BoJack Horseman, where they'll just stop what they're saying and they'll just be like, "Shut up, Todd!" I'll be like, "Shut up, Ralph."
Yes,
it's amazing.
BoJack Horseman's amazing. It's the best TV show of all time.
I can't wait for people to not give one of the greater comedians of our time any more money or specials because he masturbated in front of some actresses and some.
Well, that is sexual harassment, so I guess that. No.
Is sexual harassment, and he took the fall for it, like a real boy. He didn't say I'm gay. He didn't say. He didn't blame it on chicken hormones or something like that.
I was drunk.
He didn't blame it on he was drunk. He knew completely what he was doing, and he accepted the situation. So I give it to him. He at least accepted it.
I think that's probably one of the lesser of the sexual harassment stories, because even though it was perverted of him to do what he did, but he at least admitted to it. He didn't just try and cover it up with "I'm drunk" or "I'm gay" or something like that.
It's nice. It's nice. Well, he's not nice, but it's nice to at least somebody's willing.
Do you remember when him and Woody Allen and Alec Baldwin worked together on Blue Jasmine? That must have been the best experience for women ever. Oh, a Woody Allen movie a movie directed by Woody Allen starring Louis C.K. and Alec Baldwin.
I Love You, Daddy is basically the best Woody Allen film of the past decade. I forgot. Where did the pencil go? I was trying to write shit. Oh my god. I lost the pencil. Where is it? I can't find it.
It's in another dimension.
Yeah, it's gone. It left me. God damn it. Oh, hey, we have a dreidel. What is this? Call me by your name?
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember, Michael Stolberg only plays the Jewish people.
Do you have Peach? But do you have a peach there too?
Well, yeah, I have an apple.
Close enough. Move on to
some of those little things you get at
move on to the plant
school.
kingdom.
Pillsbury
Move on
Doughboy.
to the plant kingdom.
Plant kingdom. Oh yeah. I Love You, Daddy is the best Woody Allen film of the past couple years. It's better than any other Woody Allen film he could make. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean,
the boy has dementia, but hey, what can you do? Mini Pillsbury Doughboy Bagel. Strawberry with cream cheese on the inside. These are kind of good. I like them.
shit boy.
And the Phantom Thread postcards. And the Phantom Thread sewing kit.
The Phantom Thread is true Kino. No, it's actually unironically Kino. Yeah, it's great.
I don't think it's amazing, but I still think
PTA
it's pretty
is
good.
like the best filmmaker ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think there's people who hold more artistry than him. Even though that's like...
How many PTA movies have you seen? Because I can't remember seeing.
All of them.
Okay, Hard Eight's great. I'll be honest.
It must have been because he kickstarted his career.
I don't think he was too happy with how it turned out because the studio. Filmmaker's worst enemy.
Unless you make an independent movie.
Well, if you go to like A24 or somebody, then the project's fine. But some studios.
Well, I mean, A24 is a distribution company.
Well, yeah.
It's not. A24 is a distribution company.
Well,
it's not.
Yeah.
Like
actually, I noticed that I watched a couple A24 movies online and they didn't have the logos on there, and I just realized that they were just distribute the movies. They didn't like actually make them.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't make them.
I didn't even fully know that until recently. I'm an idiot.
It's okay. Not a lot of people know that. They think, oh my god, A24, they make the best movies. No, they distribute the best movies.
Their movies are amazing. But that is true.
Oh, you could check out my A24 list, because a lot of those are just 3 stars.
Oh. Oof.
Sorry, Lady Bird.
I love Lady Bird. Oh. Sue me.
I do not like Lady Bird.
I mean, a 3-star still. 3-star to me is you're still saying that it's good, just not great. Yeah,
it's solid. That's what
even I want to lower my rating just because of the cliche. But she's abandoned her loser friend in order to hang with the cool crowd. Like that's kind of stuff you expect in like Disney Channel original shows, and then I'm seeing it in this independent film.
Okay. When Lady Bird, when Room is worse than The Disaster Artist. Ooh. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, so you think The Room is worse than Disaster Artist?
Oh, no, just Room, the movie.
Oh my god, I was about to be like, wait, what?
A24.
I mean...
It's generic as shit.
Wait, which movie? Room? Yeah.
Yeah, Room. The one with the mom and the boy.
Why, you mean that?
2 hours, no reason.
I mean, it's cool to see William H. Macy still doing stuff, at least.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 out of their 30 filmography I would consider generic.
Oof. Spring Breakers is Kino, though.
It's pretty. I know, and I have Spring Breakers. Like, it's above the average. It's good. It's above. Basically, Obvious Child is where it cuts off. Lucretia is where it actually consider the good ones.
I found someone else who likes Free Fire as much as I do. Yay!
Free Fire is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it does kind of feel more like a 90-minute version of a shootout from like another movie, but yeah,
I mean that's the point. Though.
So
it's
a good version.
There's actual meaning behind it too. It's basically allowing the absurdity of war. It's a satire on the absurdity of war too. So it's great. I like it. Moonlight is second best A24. Good Time is fourth best.
Good Time is
A24.
amazing.
Florida Project is fifth best A24.
I could have done without how the ending played out, but Florida Project is still great. I mean, I didn't like hate the ending. It's just that I did find it basically completely went with a different tone than what the movie even suggested. But whatever.
Yeah, it switches the context of the film, and it's like, fuck you. And then Sean Baker's iPhone fetish kicked in, and I was like,
it's like you're watching this great independent, trashy movie, and then out of nowhere, you're watching a vlog.
Pretty much.
It's like, I paid money to see a vlog.
But,
bitch, get out of here. Well, I mean, that's pretty much the same thing with the 1517 to Paris. Oof! Got him.
That 1517 to Paris did not look good whatsoever.
It did not. I love Clint Eastwood, but oof, that movie just the look at the baby soda Spencer line already had me turned off. I was like, who wrote this? Actually, that's a good question. Who wrote it?
I don't know, and I don't really want to know.
No, I'm just curious as to who it is.
Who would write such a thing?
Dorothy
Jesus?
Jeebus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the writer of it
Jeebus?
has only done one movie. Can you guess what it is? The 1517 to Paris.
I hate
a first-time writer. There's your sign. That's what you get.
Right.
Oof. Sorry, I keep saying that. My mind is just on a blank right now.
Same. I'm just like, why is this?
I'm just randomly saying stuff because, I have random chunks of podcasts already that I've been recording tonight, and I don't know how I'm gonna put them together. I might have to get someone to edit it. I don't know. We'll see what I do.
Yeah. Pretty much. It's gonna be fun.
But so far this has turned out well. And I might actually do need an editor because I gotta probably cut out some of the stuttering parts, but whatever. Get out of state and do it.
I do. You could try.
Hey, yo, Leva, I'm sorry if I insulted how cringy some of your thumbnail faces look, but can you help me edit something? It's like every time he poses cringily in a thumbnail, I just always say something like, can you stop posing in thumbnails before it gets any cringier? His Justice League one is just amazing.
It is everything that makes life work. It's the only thing that's holy in this world. What the fuck is this? Why did I do this to myself? God damn it!
What are you even doing, boy?
Writing in pen, and I'm like, God damn
it, Bobby.
God damn it, Jesus.
Jeebus, you did this to me. Thanks, Jeebus.
Why? Why? Chiquito, tell me what's wrong. You're turned by your own song. Ugh. I'm choking here. Cough, cough, cough.